on? How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm still sick. It's been a week. I'm still. You can hear my throat still. I'm still dying. Hopefully you guys are doing good though. How what's going on? How you guys? Oh, my throat. 1 second. I'm already dying, and we're like a minute, if that. This could be a great stream. Right. I'm excited for this. Thank you so much, Crow Game, for sponsoring this stream. It's such an honor. I'm gonna be continuing Bianca's chapter. Sorry, I don't really like want to like drag this out for too long. I've been really looking forward to this, and I really just want to like continue. I'll quickly get my dorm stuff. Why not? But then I think I'll just go straight into it because I don't want to waste any time. I want to go straight in. All right, let's just pat everyone. Actually, oh. Okay, Selena gets pats today. Selena, Selena, you get them. There you go. Is my throat okay? It's debatable. I've been sick for like a like over a week now ish. I'm sure I'll get better one day, but today is not that day apparently. But like I said, I've been really looking forward to this. Everyone's gonna. Oh, actually, I was gonna say it's not Christmas yet, but like I've already seen stores have like Christmas trees up already, so you know, it's maybe topical. I want to know what my like thought process was when I like assigned these dorms. Like why? Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Almost done. And then next one is this one cool. Right. Pat the Selena. Yes, Selena deserves head pats more than anyone else in this game. Actually, well, maybe Liv as well. But sorry, I'm not gonna make Kama do any work. He gets a pass. There. I get so many dorm coins per day that I just do this whenever I need to craft some stuff. I'm like, yep, cool, the whole thing. And then I just scrap anything that isn't A rank. Alright, sorry. I'm stalling. Let's get into the story then. Wait, but first. Can I... Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's open these real quick, and then we'll do the story. Wait, that's not it. I still have this from, when was the coding selector? That was ages ago, right? It must have been ages ago. And they get boxes. Cool.
If only...
Alright. Let's hand him over. How high was the scanner, do you think? Probably not high enough. Unless... We're getting... No, not close enough still. It's fine, she deserves it. That was months ago. It was ages ago.
What shall I give
How do you get this background? This was from the second anniversary, I think.
Don't worry. I was just thinking about what kind of present you would possibly...
What's this?
In an environment full of unknowns, the slightest ignorance could be fatal. But I guess you're tired of such advice.
Oh!
It's okay. You can take some time off. I will keep it a secret.
Yeah, now I see what, now I understand why people wanted me to see. Oh, my throat. Now I understand why people wanted me to see this. I get it now. I understand.
In an
One more
environment
look.
full of unknowns, the slightest ignorance could be fatal.
By the way, her voice is just so good.
But I guess you're tired of such advice. It's okay. You can take some time off. I will keep it a secret.
There we go. Right, let's do the story. Wait. Wait, I didn't even see they changed this yet. We are, over halfway there to finishing the story. But I'm excited for this. So I keep saying it, but like, it's so good. I just like seeing how far this game's come, and like this chapter is the best thing I've played so far, and it's just peak storytelling. You love to see it. Oh, live. All right. The storm continues. Endless rainfall has reduced visibility to a minimum. But the most terrifying fact is that the number of Henlo creatures has not reduced at all. They seem to be as endless as the rain, and equally ruthless. Oh, by the way, for anyone who did not see the first part, first of all, go watch first part. Second of all, Bianca got souped. Well, she's in the soup right now. Basically, we went to an aquarium, to check out, you know, the fish. No, because the previous squad went there. The water levels start rising because it's actually like the home of a cult that worships the red tide as something that can rebirth people, like bring back people from the dead. And then the sea level just keeps rising. If the sea becomes fully like merged with the red tide, that's bad. We can't do that. We're trying to set off weapons to get rid of the red tide and like vaporize it, but we need we need the support of the council, and they were really like awkward about it. And everyone's coming together. We got Kama, we got Kainina, we got, well, actually, oh, Strikehawk, Kainina, Teddy, yeah, I mean, even Rosetta's joining in for once, but you know it's you know, like I don't know, I just like seeing everyone together. It's great. Do we get to drink Bianca soup then? No, we're not pulling a Gabriel. We're not gonna cook her. Anyway, no matter how many Henlo creatures we've killed, the next wave always comes straight away. Are they really not afraid to die? How's the defense? Not much different. We can forget about taking back the defense positions. In fact, the red tide keeps approaching the coastline along with the rainfall and waves. Our flanks have moved back almost 200 meters. The defense can hardly be maintained if the forces retreat even further. It was only established in a rush, and will not take long to be reached. What about you, Chrome? Oh, the east side is not looking good. Kamui and I, and the Purifying Force can barely manage the Henlo creatures that broke through the Omega Weapon defense, but... Oh yeah, and Cerberus is in this too, I forgot. This completely went over my head. Another Omega Weapon is failing. Captain, help me. Chrome strives to freeze a few Henlo creatures approaching the defense. Kamui immediately smashes them into fragments with his greatsword. Still, their attempts seem futile. A lot of Henlo creatures have brought the red tide into the beach through the breach. And during the corrosion of high-density punishing virus, a Purifying Force soldier has installed a mega weapon that took a lot of effort to be shipped here, reinforcing the defense that had almost collapsed. Once she pulls him back just in time, he quickly checks the Give me a minute, I'm still waking up. He quickly checks the soldier and shakes his head. Not good. The infection is almost reaching the threshold. I need to fall back and give him first aid to contain the infection. The Purifying Force soldier trembles from agony, but he never makes a sound. Okay, Kamui. Take Wanshi's position for now. Got it. Remember, don't change the shooting parameters of my rifle. Chrome slicks his hair back for a better vision in the downpour. He looks back at the terminal. Sorry, Commandant. I think I don't need to tell you the situation. The Omega weapons are consumed way faster than we expected. You're still severely short of hands to set up defense. Understood. Teddy takes off her headphones. Watching the changing numbers, she connects to Karinina's terminal. Hi, Karinina! We still have a lot of Omega weapons reserve, right? Can we send them here in time? No bloody way. Thanks to this stupid weather, the truck can't drive through a lot of sand. We have to manually send Omega weapons to the front line. We're already short of hands, or severely short of hands. Patrolling the gravity nearby, Karinina carries the container with more than 10 Omega weapons inside all by herself and runs to the front line. Can she carry me instead, please? Still, the Omega weapons are being consumed way faster than they're supplied. As the red tide continues to invade, the line of defense will only extend. The available forces are also being compromised by the red tide and Henlo creatures. The lack of manpower will only worsen over time. Just a little longer, Commandant. Another squad is on its way. One squad is nowhere near enough. but at least it could buy the wounded soldier some time to recover. Good news! Which squad is that? It's Commandant Simon Stark Harry's. They just finished reconstructing though. They can be relied on indeed. Never thought Commander Nicola would agree to send them in. Are you talking about Dark Ares? It's supposed to be still a maintenance, or a nuance abnormality? Both. He had his plans. Another watchdog? My throat today, god damn it. They're helping us as long as they have come down to the surface. Commanded, another wave of header creature is coming. We need your order. This time I'm afraid the attack scale is greater than ever. Everyone, protect the mega weapons, impact in 30 seconds. Oh, that's not good. Lucia stands in the center alongside her comrades, facing endless enemies. She draws a katana. The red tide of despair is swarming over. Behind them is the battle-worn earth. Nobody wants to take one more step back, for there's still hope in this land. After escaping from Copperfield Aquarium, the survivors have returned to their camp. Barely over 10 people in the organization called Scarlet Revelation have survived. They're lucky to be alive, but living in this world may just be another misfortune to them. Ouch. Don't move! The old refugee twitches in pain, almost causing Lillian's serum to drop. I'm sorry. Oh god. The agony has taken away the refugee's sanity. Severe punishing virus infection has left festering wounds all over his body. Hi. Hello there! Hang on! Wait. Who is she? I love her! She cannot understand it. Dark Ares' top priority is supposed to be helping the coastline. Your Commandant Simon just makes them wait here. Palma? Don't waste serum on him. The infection is out of control. Even if we save him, we can't keep the limbs. Palma takes the remaining serum from Lillian. Let's go. We have more urgent missions. But he's in pain. I give him relief. Palma raises her head. Before she swings the arm blade, a dagger suddenly strikes at her from behind. She's able to react and immediately step aside before it hits her. Good reflexes. Okay, so when I was talking about everyone who joined in, I was thinking, well, the Forsakens aren't here yet, you know? So how bad could it really be if, like, you know, Watanabe's not showing? Watanabe's here. Watanabe showed up! Let's go! We love Uncle here. Maintaining a defensive stance, Palma looks up only to find the bold attacker to be the leader of the Forsaken. What's going on, Watanabe? Hearing the incident, no one in Commandant Simon of Dark Ares rush in and see the two confronting each other. Forsaken. Noan, what on earth are you doing? Watanabe, this is Captain Palma of Dark Ares. The captain who kills refugees. There must be some misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? How about you explain first why you're with the Forsaken? Will you believe me if I say it was just a coincidence? Oh, so you made us wait at your door for you to bump into him coincidentally? It was actually Lee's advice. Yes, Lee! This is great. Is it safe to assume every character except for one dude in this game? Who would the one dude be? I can't think of who you mean. But I do sim for everyone. What's the one dude? Oh, Collins? Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I'm with you there. Collins is like, no. I thought you meant like every like, construct, which is, yes, every construct I love. But no, not Collins. We hate Collins. Okay. Of course, Commander Nicola also gave his tacit consent. The Raven Commandant knew the Forsaken would be coming to help and wanted us to meet him here. What? Lee? He asked you to meet the Forsaken? Yep. I knew Watanabe before I became a construct. Raven just happened to know it too. With the Forsaken. Right, now, I think more help is always appreciated. We may have different beliefs, but our goals are the same. Captain Palma, can you pass the serum to me? Palmer reluctantly tosses the serum to Nod. He and Watanabe hold the trembling old refugee together and give him the injection. Even Neko looks like a satyr with Collins around. Yep. I have like a visceral hatred towards Kurono for everything they've done. The second, well, okay. First part was when like Lead and like Kurono. Second part was when I did Kamu's story, and I was like, no, I'm never like anyone related to Kurono. Never, except for who is that? What's the name of the girl who looked like I think her name began with a V, right? Was it Salius? She's cool. Everyone else is not though. She's really cool. Seeing this, Scar Relations leader Grace walks over and bows to thank them. No matter what, I must thank you for doing this for him. May God's blessing guide your way. God. Watanabe looks at the Gurkha knife in his hand. He can never forget his friend, Bruce, who died in a church on the snowfield. God created humans, but also the punishing virus. It twisted the will of the devout and trampled the resolve of the brave, and ultimately destroyed the faith of the kind-hearted, leaving only endless suffering to mankind. Instead of believing the words of a god, I would rather believe the will of humans. Of course, it's just my personal habit. Habit? Do you really believe in that god? I believe in everything that we can rely and hope on. Be it God, divination, or the red tide. Well, okay, of course she brings it up. Or, the person that can become our hope. You're so miserable. Scar Revelation. You're not even fanatic believers. You may as well call yourself the church if anybody help me. I like her quite a bit. Why didn't you fight for it earlier? Fight? Of course you want to fight. Look at our powerless hands and these bodies of flesh that cannot be turned into constructs. We were not chosen. All we could do was be crushed into pieces by those monsters. All we could do was keep running away. We were sick of being drenched in fear and hated our incapability. All those emotions had turned into a hatred that could not be let out. This faith is the only thing we can rely on. But if the contamination of the ocean will juice our living space even further, I would rather bet this life, that can be lost at any time, this opportunity to unleash our fury that originated from fear. Do your believers also think that way? No. Some are unable to understand. But I told them it was a test that God gave us. Besides, we have his promise. If this battle is a success, we can have our new future. Who is he? Oh, must be Noan. He always likes to use his hope to persuade others. No, not me. It was Watanabe. I'm but a construct in Babylonia with no right to make decisions. How can I make a promise about someone else's future? Fine, whatever. But Commandant Simon, Noan, you don't need to avoid me and go the long way the next time you want to seek external help. I may have worked in the Purifying Force, but I want to attack a Forsaken at this point of time. Well, at this point in time! It's very promising, isn't it? She puts away the weapon and leaves. Noan? What's the matter? Nothing. I'm just not used to this name of yours. When you were introduced to me, I never thought Shrek could be a fake name. He frowns at the young male construct. When I bid farewell to you on the train, I thought it was the end. I thought I just lost another Forsaken comrade. Well, at least you're still alive. You can always come to the Forsaken if Babylonia doesn't want you. I can't hear that, Watanabe. He's not happy. It's okay, Commandant Simon. I won't go back to the Forsaken. Given the connection between me and the Ascendants, it would only bring danger to Watanabe. It's your future. You decide it. As if someone came up to Lee and was like, hey, if you want to leave Raven, you know, there's always a place here. Hey, Harley Joe! It's been a while. Should we just keep following Yatta? Or just keep following Yatta? What else can we do? My order is to observe dark areas and monitor their contact with the Forsaken. Observe? I thought we were watching over them. There's no need to send them to the surface just for that purpose. As long as there's nothing abnormal, we will just follow them and join the battle. Our priority is to assist the combatants. Harley Joe has received the latest update on his terminal, He quickly finishes reading it and frowns. What's the matter? Raven just reported a large number of Henlo creatures attacking the defense. There's no time, we must go now. Simon has probably got the message too. Look, great, I love her. Yata is so cool. It sent all commandants. Of course you'll get it. See, they're already preparing to head out. Look! Look at her! This is what I mean, right? Every single construct I love. Alright, let's go. A raindrop falls on Yada's mask. She looks up at the muddy sky. A storm is coming. You know, like, which construct I do really like and which become playable? What's the one with, it's the one in, Vanessa's squad. Hazel, I think. The one who was, like, canonically described as handsome. Yeah, I hope he becomes playable one day. If anything happens from the story, don't tell me. Let me suffer. Lady Revolutionist, are we really gonna follow their truck and fight so many monsters? Of course! That is God's revelation. Remember what I told you? This is a test. Correct. My divination had also shown the same conclusion. We will be victorious. Really? If the revelationist also says so, we will be fine. Let's go together. Yeah. We need Bridget. Oh yeah, Bridget as well. So many NPCs in this game need to be playable. The divination, or so-called revelation, may all be a lie. Still, it can inspire the crowd at this very moment. Our hearts are so fragile and sensitive. There's nothing perfect about them, but that's why we need each other and a faith. We need someone to tell us that tomorrow will be better. After the most fierce wave of Henlo creatures attack, the coastline defense is once again in a stalemate. The only difference is that each move of the Henlo creatures is slowly but surely eroding the humans' battle line. Thanks to the support of the Purifying Force, the Mega Weapon defense on the west side can be barely maintained, but the east side, with relatively weaker strength, is on the brink of total collapse. The battle was meant to be a small defensive operation. Before anyone realized, it had turned into a large-scale trench warfare. The beach is totally exposed and lacks cover. Soldiers can only rely on the mega weapons in front of to shield themselves. But when the supplies cannot keep up with the consumption, all the effort will end up in vain. Playable Celica 2 OP. Maybe for an event they can make Overlord Celica real. Commanded, only 30% of the mega weapon defense on the east side is operational. Strikecock plans to launch a quick assault with the less wounded soldiers of the Purifying Force. Hope we can take back the battle line. No, abandon the east side. Let's fall back. Why, Commanded? If we do that... Chrome pats on Kami's back and shakes his head. He just stares at the battle-worn Purifying Force soldiers. Even if we take the back line, or take the line back, we may not make it out of here. Besides, we don't have enough hands to redeploy the mega weapons. Correct. Maybe the only option we have is to let them spread on the land. Holding the battle line may result in a great loss. It's more sensible to keep the strength and wait for an opportunity to strike back. If only there's one more squad. You can attack the Henlo creatures' flanks when they enter the valley on the coastline. Your terminal suddenly receives some noise. The signal comes from the east side near Strikehawk. Alright, the interference is gone. All comes back to normal. Harley Joe? I would love to chat with you, Chief, but I'll leave it to Dark Aries to do the talking. They were the first to depart and should not be too far away from you. Noan? Greetings, Commanded. We decided to come first. Commanded, Simon was supposed to do the briefing, but he was a little car sick. Lillian's taking care of him. Hope he gets better. Apart from the 4 members of Dark Aries, there's Yatsu from Scarab and Commander Harley Joe from Woodcock, as well as 37 from the Forsaken, including Watanabe. A total of 43 combatants are moving to help with the coastline defense, where the red tide is. Forsaken? Watanabe's here too! Great, just in time. You nod to Teddy. She opens a tactical map and locates the coordinates of the east side's breach. Please move to the area between MN6 and MN8. Intercept the flank of hetero creatures. Alright. Also, help Strike Hawk to organize a counterattack if possible. No problem. Still, I need to remind you. Based on the calculation of my program, even with extra dozens of combatants, your mega weapon with defense won't sustain prolonged operation. Ow, 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 ow. We have more than that. Are there other helpers? Yes. Noan looks behind himself at the horizon with a little eagerness. The sky is full of dark clouds, but he knows that there's also where the sun rises. They are here too. Following Noan's vision, you also look back towards the end of the valley that leads to the coastline. Under the sunlight bordering the dark clouds, you see many moving figures. Hey, reinforcements arrived! Whoa! The leader holds her twisted steel staff high. Following her, many more are charging towards the coastline defense. God has always been guiding us. In the past, he gave us many trials, but also redemption. He kept us alive. We've transcended the trials to prove that we are the chosen ones. Grace points her staff at the endless hetero creatures on the coastline. His enemies now stand before us. This is a fight we must take on, and we shall end it once and for all. Now take your weapons and follow me. The crowd makes a thundering cheer. Way! More refugees have shown up at the end of the vision, rushing towards the coastline, wielding all sorts of weapons that they got from the Forsaken. Such is the fury of all the cowards that originated from their fear, and the courage that unites them all together. They may be insignificant, but right now they have the strength to shake the sky and the sea. Individually, the refugees aren't that strong, but their number can really help the shipment of Omega weapons. It's time to strike back. What is with the commandant and like the... Sometimes we are cringe, but we are free. Right. The victory of this battle, as well as our lives and future, all counting on you, Commandant. So much pressure. I shall make decisions with even greater caution. I believe in you. If it's Chief, everything will be alright. What exactly did Simon teach you? All sorts of legends? No one smiles as if he's saying this as an encouragement. The east side defense has been breached by hetero creatures. Even with dark areas in the Forsaken, we won't be able to take it back in a short time. Getting the refugees involved on the surface at this point of time, I'm afraid it will result in many casualties. I see. Is there any other way? Let me try. Rosetta, do you copy? Rosetta! Yes, Commandant. Can you spare us one ship from the ARU? Sure. The storm has calmed a lot, so the pressure we're facing on the sea is significantly reduced. Wait a minute. Are you trying to get the refugees to the east via the sea? Wouldn't that be more dangerous? Hetty suddenly stops talking. She thinks again. Actually, no. The hetero creatures may come from the sea, but most of them are moving to the coastline through the bottom. There aren't many of them on the sea surface. Correct. The place that looks the most dangerous often turns out to be the safest. I don't see any problems with that. The ARU will send the fastest ship to pick up the refugees at the port. Cringe and base through what part of one's soul a person can't be complete without one. Yeah! Command's got a little bit of cringe sometimes, but that means they're even more based. Still, someone needs to cover them on their way to the port. Commandant, please let me go. Hearing your conversation, Liv walks into the temporary command center. She was treating the wounds of an injured Purifying Force member. I can deal with a small number of hetero creatures myself. Besides, if any of them gets injured, I can provide timely treatment. Liv places a hand on her chest. She looked determined. Unlike the past when she seemed to be forcing herself, the decision she's made now is based on her confidence, established from numerous battles. You can trust her unconditionally. Alright, I'll leave it to you. All the best. Sure, I'll do my best. Hey, Liv character development. Liv smiles and salutes, and quickly walks out of the command center. The biggest problem now is her. The giant humanoid continues to move closer, slowly but surely. She has the shape of a female human, but also the many obvious traits of a hetero creature. No matter what, you can only maintain the defense and hope the mega weapons will work to stop her before the coastline. Live time. Ooh. Where is she? What's Liv up to? Don't worry, I'm Liv from Grey Raven. I'll escort you to the eastern positions. Thank you, girl. We'll make ourselves useful. There may be battles on the way, but I'll protect you. Don't worry, our belief is that everyone should protect themselves. I can fight as well. Okay, but don't force yourself. Make sure to let me know if you get hurt. Oh, there's a little kid with us! Didn't even notice. I love, children fighting. I've not played this, Live in a very long time.
Not bad. I'll protect everyone.
Ooh, there we go.
I'll protect everyone.
Are we good? Oh, there's more coming. Cool. Oh, look at the guy go. Okay, there's more. That's not good.
May the stars light your path towards the abyss.
There we go. They're really doing a good job over there. I mean, they're taking on one by themselves. Okay, now I gotta help out. How much damage do you guys do actually? Wait, let me see. Oh, I can't even help with that. They did that one by themselves. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Oh, what are these guys up to now? They just... Oh, they're trying to get on the boat! We can't have that. Unless you're gonna come and jump off? Or... Aha!
Now perish.
See. Gonna see the crop to death. Yep, they, they did.
I can do it. May the stars
Nice.
light your path towards the abyss.
I just love it, like, you know, these guys are,
I can do it.
pretty powerful. Like, I don't know, it's just... Seeing 3 humans, one of them being a child, beat one of these things to death is, kind of impressive.
I'll do my best. Now perish.
Ah, there we go. Oh? Where do I go now? It's getting foggy. This way, everyone! There's everyone gone. These illusions. Are the header creatures using the punishing rise to affect my frame's sense modules? But the problem should be solved if I can defeat all the header creatures. Okay, Liv versus Fish. Let's do it. Wait, what?
I'm fine. May the stars light your path towards the abyss.
Does Kevin's human strength by the heck rebuilding construct? I think it's average. These guys are just like, hyped up, I think, right now.
I can do it.
Still, it's really impressive. Nice. This music's so good. What? Is everyone okay? Yep, everyone's fine. Nobody's hurt. Great. Please stick close to me. The dock's ahead of us. There's a ship waiting for us. Liv, get everyone on the ship. We're about to set off. Got it. Watch out. Oh, whoa! Hi! Watch out! She said watch out, and you just...
I'll
Okay.
protect everyone. I'm fine. I'll do my best. Now perish. May the
There we go.
stars light your path towards the abyss. I'll protect everyone. I'll protect everyone.
Nice. Oh, almost? we do it? Nice! Everyone got on the ship. Everybody get on. Oh, there we go. They're on safely. I see them there. Yeah. There they are. Nice and safe. Keep going. The storm is about to end. Someone is dragging their feet on a secluded beach, slowly coming near. Vanessa! Is she... Cool! I need to be fighting. The scale is pretty large. She gazes into the distance. Her eye seems wounded and squints into the day-breaking sunlight. Many hetero creatures are crawling out of the sea, charging towards the people on the coastline. But they seem to be stumped by something invisible and can hardly reach their targets. Are those Omega weapons? I've never seen them before, but that person did mention them. She points at the temporary command center in the center of the metal line. That symbol must be Grey Ribbons. She was humbled quite a bit off screen, yep. She, it was Liv's chapter, right? Survivalism. Yeah, she got humbled very hard when she split off. Not just them. Strikehawk, Cerberus, Engineering Force, even Dark Ares is here. Can't believe Babylonia has thrown in so many forces. That chief is definitely not holding back, just as always. She knows very well those forces weren't recruited by the Grey Raven commanded. They just naturally gathered around that person to fight together. Let's go meet them, Fanbanana. Fanbanana quickly comes to her, supporting Vanessa's disabled body with her own. She's so cute. I love her. Just then, Fanbanana suddenly sees a crimson figure who looks completely out of place. Mistress! Fanbanana quickly pulls Vanessa behind herself, blocking the hetero creature's attack. There he is! Let's go! There he is! Best NPC in the game. Oh my god, I love him. This is the one I was mentioned earlier. T-Cell. When I was like, yeah, this is the one I want to become playable more than anyone else. Do you really have to block that with your own body? Hearing the young male's voice, the petite Bamanana kicks the hetero creature away and dodges its attack. She returns to Vanessa while remaining alert. Before the hetero creature can growl again, an arrow pierced its throat and pinned it on a tree trunk. It immediately turns into a pond of crimson liquid. Want you with a wig and makeup? No. Thank you. Bamanana nods at the young male, then looks back at the female behind her. She's obviously thanking him for saving her mistress, not for helping herself. T-Cell. T-Cell glances at Vanessa from the corner of his eyes. He tells himself the terrible scars on her face were only a result of her own wrongdoing. Sending you here is the last mercy I have for you, Vanessa. I know. You've said it so many times. Vanessa smiles, but this time there's no sarcasm in her words. Only slight grief. Alright, I've got to go. Wait, there's one last thing. Huh? What was the one last thing? Why is Teasel so cool though? Teasel, very British name if you ask me. Yeah, I see it. Actually, it might be like Teasel or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I've just been saying Teasel because, well, I don't know. That's how I'm reading it. I'm probably wrong though. The sound of downpours echoing in the deepest parts of our memories and mind. Constructs are not bothered by the rain. Still, Chico takes out her coat and puts it above their heads. Just like what ordinary humans would do. It's so bad. Her friend's complaint has caught Bianca's attention. She looks at the female in front of her. As chilling raindrops fall on her arm, her vision and other senses are slowly restored. She realizes Chico is pulling her as they both are running in the rain. Yes. Also, the ending of that movie was so terrible. Really? I kinda liked it. If laws are no longer in force, I shall punish the evil in the name of God. But will such killing violate God's heavenly laws? It was just a movie. Why did it have to make the audience question the meaning of morals and ethics in the end? If the director couldn't find an answer himself, he shouldn't throw the question to us. That's not what you know that's not what they mean in the movie. True. According to that ending, we're probably the first to be punished by the heavenly laws. You're still talking like this? What? The two have stopped in front of the train station. The rail splits into two ways. This era is absurd that it forces us to kill our most important ones with our own hands. The world needs us, so the rest of the humans would have to suffer what we go through. Chico lets out a familiar, carefree smile. When did Bianca hear those words? Was it also raining on that day? The train has arrived, with a sharp squeal. But a war has broken out deep in Bianca's eyes. The peaceful scene is no more. Bianca finds herself holding her bow, standing on the battlefield full of smoke and corpses. A foul, rotten smell has occupied her nasal sensor. The grey sky continues to drizzle. Human blood and constrict vital fluid have formed a small puddle at her feet. The sound of raindrops hitting the water resonates with resonates like a heartbeat. In front of her is a deformed construct, with a face similar to Chico's. She's almost consumed in flames that represent the infection of the punishing virus. The infected construct twists in agony, like a tormented soul walking out of the flames of sin. She is completely turned into a monster, still stumbling towards Bianca. I've always been regretting. Wait, those ice? If those are like eyes, that's kind of horrific. I can't really see because of the live 2D, but that is really horrific then. If only I could be less hesitant and kill my sister on that day, those people might not have to die. But when I saw her cry, I hesitated. I was never good at letting go. No! Sis! Help me. Ugh. More corrupted and deserters have walked out of the crimson rain, mumbling words of begging or insult. The voice of these excited lives is ultimately merged and turned into a grievous scream that is repeated over and over again. Live. We want to live. Sorry, my sister. Bianca hears Chico's whisper. Her friend wraps her arms around her from behind, takes her hand, putting a blood-stained gun in her palm. Chico's arm rests next to hers. He points the gun at the deceased. My frailty and hesitation cause irreparable... I can't read. My frailty and hesitation caused irreparable sacrifice and tragedy. To amend my mistake, I had to kill more people than who were important. Bianca and Chico's memories and silhouettes have blended together. They swing the sword towards those who were once their comrades. In the end, we both chose the same path. The blade slices through the air, slashing some liquid on Bianca's cheek. It's not blood, but a murky fluid with a strong pungent odor of machine oil. A member of the purifying force lies before Bianca. She feels like she's returned to that snowfield many years ago, when she killed the father. White mist has blurred her vision. Chilling wind blows her breath away. She puts down the gun, taking deep, heavy breaths. Through the snowstorm, she can see many corpses nearby. Some of them belong to the corrupted. Some belong to her comrades who were killed before they were completely infected by the punishing virus. My family, friends, and comrades have been walking over their dead bodies. Bianca, Chico, gazes down at the bodies in the snow. When I first heard about Bianca's story, I was actually thinking, if only I could be as cool as you when I face a similar situation. The body on the snow staggers to its feet and raises its head, with its face constantly changing. Some faces come from Bianca's memory, some from Chico's. Before I realized, I'd already stopped on a journey of no return. No matter which side I choose, I would fail the other. I could only continue forward carefully with a guilty feeling. But this guilt was too heavy for me to carry. Her emotions could rule over rational judgment. Ever since that, I chose the easiest way to live. I treated everything with zero emotion to maximize the result. Without humanity, life no longer felt painful. Warm liquid continues to roll down her face. Bianca, Chico, touches it and realizes it's not blood, but a transparent fluid. It has been too long since she had a human body. She's almost forgotten the feeling of tears. Humanity. Another purifying force member is questioning. Do you think such a thing exists in such a world? If you still hold such a naive thought as the captain of the purifying force, you're only going to make others believe that the battles are worth fighting. Having such unnecessary morals will only make them die in vain. It's true that many have died on the I haven't been doing the British voice of Bianca, have I? It's true that many have died on the battlefield, but wars are still fought by humans, and there are always some values we must uphold. Without bottom lines, the cruelty of wars will only continue to increase. They're trying to find goodness in hell. It will never change the nature of war. The world is composed of multiple, distinct dimensions of values. Different dimensions cannot simply replace one another. That was American then. Whoops, my bad. When human society is in chaos, the importance of many values becomes even more significant. If only your theories can stop the war. The tone of the soldier is no longer filled with anger, but rather exhaustion. He casts one last glance at Bianca. Instead of continuing the argument, he just slams the door and leaves. What about you, Bianca? Do you also think I'll make a better leader of the Purifying Force? Chico shows up on a bench in the Purifying Force's lounge. She quietly looks at Bianca. Everyone acknowledges your strength and your decisive style. I just admire this strong. My strength came from the fact that I was willing to sacrifice everything. Killing is evil. Each time I made a decision to kill, darkness haunted me. But you'll never see yourself as innocent. You won't conveniently blame the punishing virus for the wrongdoings in this world. You understand your sins very well. Knowing that you're on a way to hell, you still can't help but to respond to the voices asking for help. After you respond to them, you can still execute them when you know that they're beyond redemption, and carry on with this guilt. Is this what they said in the movie? We are all alerted about the evil ones, but there's another evil that we must beware. It is the indifference to the kind-hearted. Oh, the indifference to the kind-hearted. Bianca, your rare, precious mind will never be corrupted by the outside world. That's what I envy most about, for I myself am always indifferent. The train has arrived at the station. Chico gently ties up the hair near Bianca's ears. Or tidies? Is it tidies or ties? Sorry for saying so much. I couldn't help it. Chico. Still, it's nice to talk to you in this end. Bianca looks back into Chico's eyes and sees her own silhouette. The original look of this frame is actually the witch side of her. There are more emotions in Chico's eyes than Bianca finds somewhat familiar. She saw them on the snowfield many years ago. Her pain. Her struggle. Her wish. Her longing. Chico didn't say anything else. She stepped on the unnamed train and waved goodbye to Bianca, just like a friend saying see you tomorrow. It's just another ordinary day. After missions, the always serious Chico would return to the Purifying Forces lounge and smile to Bianca. And we'll then have a simple chat in the lounge. Occasionally, they would watch a movie in the Golden Age together during their vacation. Ooh, oh. Bianca wakes up from the dream of farewell. The deviation of her mind is temporarily stabilized. She opens her eyes and realizes that the restart process of her frame is completed. She finds herself in an undamaged corner of the aquarium, with some red tide remaining around. There is still some warmth left on her cheek. Next to her is a pair of earrings that once belonged to Chico, telling her that she has been here. Oh. Oh. Bianca has no time for anything else. She quickly holds the phantom tracer up, trying to look for traces of the past. The petite girl silently gazes at her humanoid curled up amidst the red tide. This terrifying creature was significantly wounded during the tragic battle it fought with Liv. Now only the female hetero creature is barely surviving. Is immersed in the red tide like a fetus floating in the amniotic fluid. Only the remains of the hetero humanoid will retreat. Even after the red tide repaired them, there's only an empty shell left. And that's okay. It's enough as an experiment subject. If this project can work, many who are unable to become a constructs can still embrace a more complete rebirth. So will your mother, Cinderella. Thank you, Lythos. Come now, Grace. Is this it? Correct. You want to get rid of that body incompatible with constructs to live a new life. You should merge yourself with her. But will I still be myself? Of course. I promise. You promise? Promises don't, like, mean anything, but I'm interested to see how this is gonna work then. No, you're lying. Do you think you have another option? You're exhausted, Grace. The never-ending escape. The red tide and corrupted. You fear death, yet you don't know when it will arrive. You are willing to believe in anything just to survive. Be it God or the weapon in your hand. Isn't that right? You lied to many people and made them come here. You knew it well long ago. If you can revive in her body, your words, divination and identity will all be verified. You no longer need to fear the punishing guards either. Isn't that good? Come, Grace. This is an obstacle you must overcome to bid farewell to your long-lasting fear. Fine. Just when Grace takes a step towards her ending, the door closed is slammed open. An ascendant and a human. More purifying force soldiers swarm in and surround the two. Holding their weapons, they are all alerted and dare not to go any closer. What are you doing? Out of the way. Do you want to get killed by this ascendant? What she said. That's Lythos to the swindler. Lythos the swindler. Are you really gonna trust his words? Run, while you're still alive. Lythos remains calm. He turns to the fully armed purifying force soldiers. This is the hetero-humanoid. So you brought it here? Oh, so you brought it here. You're trying to run another dirty experiment with it. Chico sneers with a furrowed brow. She exchanges a look with Norris. The latter immediately understands her intuition. Or sorry, instructions are, I can't read. Kill Lythos and eliminate all possible means for the hetero-humanoid to revive. Dirty. Experiment. Chico's words seem to have touched on the forbidden topic. Lythos rises to his feet from the execution chair, and everyone else can feel his invisible rage. The ground underneath begins to tremble, as if some sort of waves are surging towards them. I love Lythos so much. Like, I never finished no one's chapter, but like, come on. Is there like a, why would you not? Why are you guys just saying bud? Yeah, same. Compared with what those people did, I'm far from being dirty or a swindler. Yet, you're taking their side and fighting to protect them. What are you talking about? Kagara Chrono. Daedalus. Don't worry. I have no interest in fighting for revenge. However, since you described this project as dirty, I'll make your experiences dirty in person, although it's not even half as horrible as what they did. Prepare for battle. Battle is ended. Most purifying force soldiers have been devoured by the hetero creatures that came from the deep sea, leaving no remains. Enough. Kill me now if you want to. Chico was seriously wounded in the battle. Strangled by a fish-like hetero creature, she sees his struggling but gives Lythos a cold stare without any fear. You aren't waiting for me to beg for mercy, are you? I know ascendants all have weird hobbies! You don't have any of the weird hobbies you mentioned. I hate to see you suffer, even if you're my enemy. Come, I'll give you a new life right now. What are you doing? Don't be scared. It'll be a happy dream. It should have been me. Despite finally revealing a glimpse of emotional vulnerability, Chico fails to elicit even a hint of sympathy from the Ascendant. Perhaps Lythos believes what he's doing is already an action of sympathy. A human is fled. Should help me complete this experiment. He manipulates Chico, pressing her against the fetus-like humanoid. Now, pray. If this project succeeds, your life will be carried by a higher form. May you be blessed. Oh. The flashback comes to an abrupt stop, freezing the moment that Chico melts into a hetero-humanoid. It's the look on her face. Was she in fear or determined as always? Perhaps she was a little unwilling to go. Bianca does not know. The illusion of Chico has been rewound to the moment Bianca first stepped in, staring at her in silence. Finally figured out everything. Bianca knows this place is where Chico was lost. Also with a hetero-humanoid, now with Chico's mind inside, saved her. She hugs Chico's illusion. No! It disappears in her arms as if it's been waiting for this very moment all along. Oh. Behind the illusion is a large glass wall of the aquarium. Bianca sees her own reflection in it. Punishing ice has eroded and peeled off the coating of Stigmata, revealing another look of her, a witch holding a sword staff. But considering the familiar appearance can help stabilize the mind, we made this coating in response to the short production time of the frame. Bianca rubs the hair around her ears. The first time she met Chico, she also helped her do the same. Now you finally look like the captain of the Purifying Force, she said. Bianca ties up her long hair and puts earrings on Chico, puts on the earrings Chico left her. She wipes out the blood stain around her mouth, cleans her coating, and waves goodbye to where Chico's illusion was standing. My existence has never changed. That's why I still cannot laugh at you. Sorry, Chico. Bianca closes her eyes, recalling all the memories and emotions that Chico plastered her. But I will accept the changes within myself. When Bianca opens her eyes again, there's only resolution in them. She's accepted everything of herself, and revived in the darkness as a witch. She picks up the weapon born in the darkness and leaves the aquarium that is about to collapse, heading towards the light on the ocean surface. I love Bianca so much. Oh! The red tide is here already. I have to leave now. These hetero creatures are blocking my path. In an orderly way, as if someone is controlling them. Lythos, is that you? I can't imagine this would be good to like, you know, walk in. Bianca, where are you going? Aha, there we go. You go again? Jump? Aha! This is humanity, you said, leaving us behind. The red tide of forbidden juice? It's the soup! Selena soup. Cool. Oh, whoops. Bianca, it's cold here. Is this what death feels like? I feel so upset. That voice. No, I can't stay here. Whoops, I can't. Ah, you dodge it, you go underneath them. Finally, the real deal. But you won't stop me like this. I'm gonna be crouched still. Can I uncrouch?
Time is running out.
Am I uncrouched? I can't tell or not. Ah, there we go. Sorry.
Evil will not be tolerated. Behold.
Let's go.
Final light.
Ooh. Come over here.
Judgment.
I forgot how much fun she is to play. Look at that attack again. It's so cool. Oh, where are we going now? This way. Gabriel's special gravy? No! Rest in peace, everyone. I will move on. For the weights of my life. It's a crimson sea. The girl... Oh! I wonder where this could be. The girl with the gray long hair sits quietly next to the window, gazing into the galaxy outside. To the people living on the Earth, an incredibly long time has passed. The battles fought against despair turned into history, and history turned into legends. The legends are carved into civilization's legacy, which eventually became fairy tales that parents told their children. But to them, this is just a short break before entering the next warp. Time and distance have expanded infinitely, following the spaceship's trail in the cosmic dust. I got hiccups, wait 1 second. Am I good? Yes. Each step adventures forwards. It leaves hundreds and thousands of years behind. Delivery and discovery continues to sail among the stars. The girl's main consciousness is located in the center of the ship, but she still occasionally separates a trivial section of her computing power and projects it into this library as a hologram. Mechanoids rarely visit here. The simulated gravity is constantly kept at 9.8 meters per second squared. Not even a dust has changed its position. Not long ago, a girl's consciousness had crossed time and space to visit. They chatted for a long time and she finally got her answer. She continued her journey towards the destined future, unwavering. That is why they all arrive here, eventually. Now the library is quiet again. The girl is sitting next to the window. In her eyes is the reflection of a planet on the border of the galaxy. Its surface is always occupied by never-ending crimson tides that make it look like a burning planet when looked from afar. This is but an ordinary planet on the spaceship's path. No lives of any form can survive here. The answer the machines have been looking for cannot be found here. Still, its color makes the girl feel nostalgic. She remembers the future that she saw through Dresdel's calculation a long time ago. Captain Bianca from Purifying Force became a witch after picking up a weapon made with punishing virus. She eventually sank with a fort into the depths of the contaminated ocean. The young man in a black outfit looks abnormally calm. I remember this! As if the tragic war was only an absurd dream in a distant world. I'm the vice captain of the Purifying Force. Captain Bianca has gone missing during the search for the Scarlet Revelation. I will take over and continue the mission. A female construct that had never been witnessed before stands by the seaside. The seawater splashes her ankles. There's already a hint of red color inside. Along with the seawater, the survived construct also grabs Chico's ankle. Its body can hardly be recognized. The broken vocal module is mumbling some incomprehensible words. Help. Squelch. Yutch. Chico has not even looked away. She just pierces through the broken humanoid's power core in silence. The water surges. Her vision is blurred by a viscous red. Something has dissolved within the red tide and turned into thousands of corrupted, reshaping their hosts in the red tide projections. A tall, skeletal humanoid walks out of the sea. A broken lamp falls off her waist, only to be trampled by the hetero-consciousness host that swarms the beach. Witch! It's a witch! She hears humans screaming amongst the mixed wailing and blunt noises of flesh being torn apart. The signals of lives displayed in the terminal rapidly are disappearing. Nobody can stop her, as they are no match for her. Chico looks up at the giant shadow as it walks over the waves, gradually engulfing her. I've never thought that you would come to me in this form. What was that? Sorry. You wanna do that one again, or? Something is struggling in her eyes, but it soon dies off. Her bluish lips draw a ghostly smile, but crimson tears roll down the corner of her eyes. When I die, I don't want to see your tears, Captain. Are you laughing at me? Nobody could answer. She raises her hands. Sharp fingertips sway past Chico's face, and suddenly strangle her neck. Chico feels her feet are off the ground. Not everybody can take the lives of their closest friends. No, not the cracking sound. No. That was graphic. The number of life signals on her terminal has dropped to a single digit. Chico hears the sound of her neck breaking. She also smiles, closing her eyes and letting go of her hands. A cloud of fluid squirts out, falling into the dark seawater with her weapon. Scarlet beams are shooting into the sky. A young man stands on the bridge of Babylonia looking at the constructs around him. The dark muzzles of guns are pointing at his heart from all directions. Sorry, it's all too late. No, Lee! He also raises his gun. This, my final farewell. Nanami? A gentle female voice pulls her back from her memories. It's one of the commonly used voices of Discovery's AI administrator. Huh? We've begun to approach the target wormhole. The next warp is expected to commence in 40 minutes. The hologram of a white-haired female appears next to Nanami. The hint of concern in her light golden eyes. I wonder who this could be. What's wrong? Nothing. Some memories just came to me. She raises her hand to open a light screen. It displays a document tagged with Copperfield Aquarium Campaign. Unlike the calculated ending, the reality went another path. After Bianca was injured, Chico took over and headed to the bottom of the sea first. In this document, there were unnoticeable signs of adjustments and amendments regarding the allocation of their duties. What had happened to alter the inevitable disaster that took place in the calculation? Inadvertently, she glanced at the photo of a lamp in the document. Finally figuring it out, she casts away the light screen and opens a new time-space map. It enters a set of coordinates. The light spot runs along the information tree, finally stopping at the marked location. Haikma, can you help me pack up file number 2143, I can't read numbers, and make it ready for 4-dimensional communication? There's something I'd like to send to Earth. Understood. Are you sure this is what you want to send? Slightly uncertain, the AI asks Nanami after extracting the information she wanted. The humans on the Earth have already mastered all the related technologies. This information is already outdated to them. You're right. The girl points at the time-space coordinates on the display. I'm sending it here. But mankind didn't have the ability to receive 4-dimensional communications at that point in time. Besides, I know. With a delighted smile, the girl puts one finger to her lips. That brief moment is their only chance. With the Phantom Tracer and lots of hetero creatures, as long as there's a fragment that has a 4-dimensional feature, it can become the vessel for this information. Besides, they have to look for the door themselves. I'm only sending a fragment of the key. Understood. Seeing the girl smile, the AI's expression is also softened. The information has been encapsulated. Time-space coordinates locked. It will be sent out during Discovery's wormhole warp. The engine is about to start. We should go to the control room. Alright. She turns off the time-space map and rises to her feet, preparing to send all computing power back to the control center. The light screen is set to standby, displaying a slow-spinning illusion of a blue planet amidst the brilliant stars. She takes one last look at the blue planet. Discovery has crossed numerous spiral arms of galaxies. She's been to so many radiant stars and witnessed so many majestic views, but none of the planets can match its beauty. This is my gift to them, the future. She speaks softly as her illusion gradually disappears. The library is once again empty. The shooting star carrying the information will travel back in time, heading to its destination. Nanami's always watching. I love Nanami. Oh. Let's do this then. An inexplicable, ominous scent of death is lingering in the air. Putrid odor of rotten flesh has already begun to spread with the wind. In the beginning, there were only a few monsters, but as the sea surface continues to surge, more have returned from death, crazier than ever. The sky is a bloody red. People have forgotten who they are and where they came from. The only thought in their mind is to hold the crimson monsters off at all costs. Once they enter the land, they will slaughter everything in sight. The coast is covered in bodies and injured soldiers. Even you have blood all over the body. A silhouette suddenly shows up on the sea. What's that? More task force members look in the direction you're staring at. Someone begins to shout. An ascendant. Unknown construct sighted. Oh, sorry, unknown. My stutter, damn it! Unknown construct sighted. Everyone stay alert. The commandant issues an order with a trembling voice. The unknown female construct has a frightening black aura around herself. Other constructs all look at her in fear and point their weapons towards her, as if she can easily slice everyone's throat with a simple gesture. A heavy barrage lands in front of you, blowing up a hetero creature charging towards you. When the dust settles, you see Karnina rush over from behind. He shovels her weapon into the ground and wipes off the vital fluid around her mouth, gazing at the figure on the scene. All of you, stop. That's Bianca. Hey! The unknown female walks close. Ow, 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 ow. With a dark-colored frame, she's holding a sword staff in her hand. Crimson seawater boils around her, making her look like a witch walking out of the underworld. Although she looks completely different from Bianca before she went missing, you still recognize the sword staff and the lamp on her waist, let alone her familiar stance. Listen to Karnina. Stop attacking. That frame. Harley Joe did not hesitate too much after hearing your order. He quickly gestures for his members to stop attacking. Commandant! After finishing off the monsters, Lucy comes to you with concern in her eyes. Bianca's back. Let's dance and feel. It must be her. Can't be wrong. Yes! Well, great news. Bianca. She kept us waiting for so long. Leaf, you could pretend to be happy about it, right? Raven members gather around you and look at the scene. It's Captain. She's back. Bianca. Is that really Bianca? It is Bianca. She's back alive. The message quickly spreads in the crowd as more soldiers shout out Bianca's name. The exhausting battle finally sees the first glimmer of dawn. Great, finally. There's hope. As Volter attended something like, how did she survive being the red tide? Chico helped. What was left of Chico was helping. Wait, what are you doing? Hold it there, let him fall back now. I think I'm also done, rookie. Hector commanded. Hey! What are you talking about? Commandant grabs the fallen construct. The last remaining construct in his squad dashes forward at the same time, pulling a center back from the brink of death. When looking around, this is everything you see. Chico Gigachet's self-sacrifice? Sort of. Chico was like put in the body of the hetero humanoid. By Lythos, who is incredibly based. And when Bianca fell into the red tide, Chico was absorbing all the red tide like around her to keep her alive. And I think kind of carried her to safety at some point because you could see her earrings there, so she was already like gone, but the bit of humanity left inside of her was like, protect Bianca, and so Bianca's still alive because of her. The exhausted soldiers, terrifying wounds, blood and vital fluid, all mixed up together. The casualties are devastating. According to the teachings of FOS, at this level of loss, the commandant can only organize a retreat to preserve as many lives as the situation permits before the troops fall into a complete disorder. Before the troops fall into complete disorder. She's already corrupted. Yeah, like she was like in the hetero humanoid, but like before she like lost it, the last bit of her was like, you know, protect Bianca. So we have Tico to thank for Bianca's still being alive. I'm some more because I'm still dying. When the battle reaches a stalemate, field commandants must make a quick decision. In particular, they must make necessary arrangements that the troops need to be activated and regrouped. Given the situation, regrouping seems to be the most correct option. But are you really going to leave like this? To retreat is to take back your blade, take your blade back temporarily. Don't wait until your blade is shattered, it will be too late then. Do we still have a way out? How much time do we have left? Greed and hesitation are the most deadly poisons on the battlefield. Indeed, without a doubt, everybody on this battlefield is craving for mankind's victory. The victory of humans. Facing the enormous pressure to make a decision. Facing the enormous pressure to make a decision, you close your eyes hard. Commandant. You hear a familiar voice from the majestic view ahead floods your vision. It's a long sword, raised high amidst the lightning and thunder. It is so terrifying. The serrated edges look like sharp fangs that were born for slaughter, silently roaring into the fierce storm. Yet, it's so determined. The sharp outline points directly to the sky above, revealing its edge in the tumbling darkness of that hesitation. With this sword, she stands in the storm, unyielding and fearless. When she turns around, you see the same pure, clear eyes you saw in the past. You know what she means. So do the RAVEN members. Everybody's craving for mankind's victory. And that is why the operation will continue. Is everyone cheering? Hearing your expected response, the crowd bursts into a thunderous cheer. Have you all heard of the great RAVEN commanded? I'm not going to ask you to retreat this time. Shit, I've been holding it for too long. Time for some real action. Out of my way. Dynamite's incoming! Let's go, Yatta! Don't just go and bite yourself. Hurry! Follow her! With Bianca's return, the concealed blades are finally unsheathed. From this moment onwards, there's no holding back. The refugees restock their ammunition for the last time, filling up every pocket with explosives. Constructs no longer follow the basic tactic. They prioritize the preservation of energy. They're going all out. The monster is blown into the air next to Teddy, raining dirt onto her. Damn it! What was that? Oops! Sorry. Nothing was getting too close. Well, you didn't notice it. Not far away! The monster's broken remains fall from the sky. The metal patch attached to its ankle detonates again, blowing up all the monsters nearby. Teddy fiddles with the remote control in her hand, seemingly unimpressed with the result. She's probably thinking of how to maximize the damage. Rosetta's spear is shining with sparks. She's activated full thrust and turned into an unstoppable knight, scattering away a large pack of monsters. The refugees may be unable to tackle large groups of monsters, but when they are separated... Bang, bang! Come closer, don't be shy. Hurry! The hunter just knocked out another. Let's finish it off before it recovers. Go! Shit, my gun jammed again. I can't get the bullet out. The refugee tosses away the jammed gun. He reaches into his sheath and realizes it's empty. He then takes a look at the refugee in front. Give me your axe, mate. Take it yourself. Ouch, don't take my pants. Wait. Oh, sorry. Damn it, we don't have time for this. Hurry up, I'll hold its claw. After a round of gunshots, the monster is completely eliminated. Before they can cheer, another monster's appeared, charging towards the unprepared refugees. Bang! The bullet shoots through the monster's head, sending its body fluid everywhere. The monster immediately turns silent, falling to the ground. 17. The empty shell drops next to his arm. The empty shell casing drops next to his arm. Its shiny surface reflects a ferocious mouth coming close. Before it can approach him, a scythe gets in the way, smashing the fangs in the mouth into pieces. Ayla! No way! She's here too! Phew, that was close! The Forsaken sniper thanks her while ejecting another shell casing. He continues to mumble 18. Just stop counting. You have time to pass me the new machine gun barrel. I've got way too many things to do. Is this okay? Has this actually been everyone? With the exception of the people who aren't in Babylonia or aren't affiliated with Babylonia in any way. I think so. The only other people are like the Kowloon members, and the and like Roland and stuff. So yeah, I think it's everyone. Once he adjusts his device in his hand, unleashing a cold gas to immediately cool down the red-hot barrel. Yeah, no Kowloon and Actalic yet. Lucy defeats every incoming monster in the front line. When she tries to reposition, a half-dead monster pushes its broken arm to pounce at her. Play! In the blink of an eye, a banner spear is not only blocked its attack, but also sent into the air, along with another monster. Lee quickly aims at the monster in midair, as they're unable to dodge his bullets, eliminating them as fast as he can. They look into each other's eyes, not to show their determination, but only to confirm their positions. Words are necessary at this point in time. All they can do is keep fighting and embrace the victory. This is this is their final strength. Will it last only a fleeting moment, or turn the tide altogether? The will of every individual is combined together. How pathetic, Chico. People you wanted to protect have now united and turned against you. Don't be afraid. I'll protect you. On this very sea that you were born from. Lythos curls into his execution chair and dives into the water. He rapidly swims towards the weakest part of the human's defense. Hopefully, this nightmare won't last long. Just when Lythos is about to reach the shore, a sword slashes down toward him. However, Lythos' movement suddenly becomes extremely peculiar, dodging the incoming attack from an impossible angle. He rises to the surface and sees Bianca holding a sword, pointing directly at him. We must find out the real culprit before our strength is exhausted. We will reduce the defense force on the east side. If the culprit is behind the attacks, it will definitely target there. That's why I need to rely on you to take care of the east side, Bianca. Bianca recalls the commandant's words with a smile of confidence. Not only because the tactic worked, but also because the efforts of everyone behind her were not wasted. She vows to bring victory for all the warriors, as well as the fallen souls. A victory for all humans. Let's do it. Let's do it!
友達を殺すの？ダメだよ。友達に手を出しては。彼女の泣き声が聞こえないの。
Time is running out.
Oh, that's okay. Quick time. Oh. Oh.
Resistance is futile. Evil will not be tolerated.
I see it.
Time is running out.
What is this? Okay, so you can just grab me and laser me. Cool.
Resistance is futile. Behold, the
Let's go.
final light.
Where's Lythos? Come on!
End of this nightmare. Time is running
Oh wait,
out.
it's red now? I thought it was blue for some reason. I thought I had to get the blue orbs. Whoops, my bad.
Resistance is futile. Behold, the final light.
Oh, come on! Let's go up in the air.
Judgment.
There we go! Come on, Bianca.
The end of this nightmare.
Oh, I should have.
Too late to confess. Resistance is futile.
There we go.
Time is running out.
Oh? What's this? Where did Lythos go?
Resistance is futile.
Where's Lythos?
Behold, the final light. Justice.
This is actually really cool.
End of this nightmare.
I'm gonna get skilly shoot a little bit, but there we go.
Too late to confess.
Finally got the ghost ping thing going.
Behold, the final light.
Where, Lythos, come here! Come here! Where'd you go? What is it? No!
Tough adversary.
Okay.
The end of this nightmare.
Come here. Cow? Okay. Come here! Now where'd you go? You can't just keep teleporting away from me! It's illegal! You're not allowed to do that! Like, you think he's gonna use the third attack, but he never does. Okay, that's not good. Come down here and fight me! I got no orbs, so I guess I died.
Behold, the final light.
close to death, but we get plot armor right, so I'll be good.
The end of this nightmare. Resistance is futile. It's too late to confess. My faith
Okay, there we go.
will never.
One life gone. Where are you coming from? Come on, fight me. Big laser. Okay, now he does 2 swings. 2. There we go.
Justice. The end of
Oh,
this
that first one, and
nightmare
I died. I got the plot armor, which I appreciate,
will not
because
be told. It's too late to
I
confess.
need it.
Flame is running out. Resistance. Behold.
I think you have to wait for the pings to like get into like to align before you can use the ghost pings. Slowly getting better at using Bianca. Nah, laser versus laser. Sorry. You can't laser me if I laser you first. Oh, apparently you can. Wait, wasn't it blue a second ago? Okay. No, blue, sorry. It was red, like, wasn't it? But oh well. I appear to be slow.
Flame is running out. Too late to confess.
Aha, here you go.
Behold, the final light.
Where? You can't just teleport away like this! Where the hell? Okay, there you go. Laser versus laser, come on.
The end of this nightmare. Evil will not be tolerated.
The only way she says evil will not be tolerated, like, she's like a
Evil
teacher
will
or something,
not be
right?
told. Resistance is futile.
No evil in the halls, please.
Behold, the final light.
The air sword attack is so much fun.
The end of this nightmare.
Oh. Oh. There's no audio for this. I feel like it should be audio. I think it's bugged. Oh well. Oh. It's a bug? Okay. What if I pause it? Nah, it doesn't fix it. Damn it! There's no music at all now. Uh-oh. So why did you just see that, like, cutscene with audio? I wonder if it's in, like, the codex or anything. Main screen? What do you mean? What's current? Oh yeah, wait. This fixed the audio, but then I'm not, like, what's in the cutscene. Either way, it's fine. We'll just continue for now. When the lifeless Lythos falls to the sea surface, a lot of corrupted suddenly show up in the water, stopping Bianca from retrieving Lythos' frame. At the same time, the Omega weapons are running at their maximum power in the entire battle. The red tide that once spread the entire sea surface has been properly contained. Has he been the codex? Oh, I see, cool. Sieged by humans, the giant heteroid humanoid on the sea surface is also showing signs of fatigue. They're running out of Omega weapons. Somebody give that thing a final blow. Karenina grunts furiously. Leave it to me, Karenina. Bianca replies after returning from battle on the ocean surface. Bianca, are you hurt? You were lost at the bottom of the sea for days. What happened? A young male soaked in rain and vital fluid walks forward with the remaining purifying force members behind. He nods at Bianca. Captain, I knew you'd be fine. You're strong. Don't worry, I'm fine. Bianca looks around at the remaining members of the purifying force, who had suffered a substantial loss after engaging in battles with the hetero creatures for days. This young kid is still quite new, but he was forced to take up the role of the temporary captain. Bianca grabs her sword staff as she gazes at the giant humanoid in front. Its distorted body is almost inflated to the height of a building. What is that giant humanoid? The Ascendant has blended Chico's consciousness with the hetero humanoid's body. In other words, she also forms part of that monster. Chico. Oh, I used the American voice, damn it. I keep forgetting. She's the vice captain of the Purifying Force team, lost at the bottom of the sea. Yes. She protected me after Copperfield Aquarium collapsed. Okay. I'm gonna use the British voice for Bianca now. Hey, Trumba. He's looking at the months. I mean, hetero-humanoid in the sea. Chico fought till the last moment before she was killed by the Ascendant. With unprecedented might, Bianca gazed at the Purifying Force members as they gather around in awe. They've never respected and feared their captain so much. Vonnegut used Chico as part of his hetero-humanoid experiment, but she was not simply consumed by the monster. Her mind still lives within. You want to eliminate Chico? You shouldn't hold your weapon against your friend. Didn't you hear her calling for help? Her consciousness was crumbled into pieces. She could only express her will in a fragmented manner. Still, her remaining consciousness had been trying to protect us. An ever-expanding monster is Vice Captain Chico? She'd been devouring the hetero creatures that spawned in the sea to buy more time for humans. Don't know. Perhaps it was just the instinct of hetero-humanoid during its evolution. But I prefer to believe that she's helping us. Like I said, her shattered consciousness still lives in that monster. It feels more like she's struggling to end her life now. You saying that monster is actually helping us. Whether she's intentional or not, we are benefiting from the fact that she is devouring this punishing rise in hetero creatures. Bianca's terminal has received a comms request. It's a message from Babylonia. She frowns when she sees the name of the sender. Hey, Vesalius, let's go! Sorry. I'm happy to see her again. Sigmata, have you finally made up your mind to become a witch? Maybe just like what you said. Witch forms part of me. It is just a necessary chain in my life. But it doesn't mean I will be constricted by this identity. This sword here is to prove my determination. Go for it then. We're also very interested in the subject's own preference. I asked the Science Council to develop the frame exclusively for you. Take it as a gift. I'll be looking at you. What is this? Chapter in astonishingly... absolutely bomb character designs? Yes! This game's character... NPC characters, sorry, are so good. Vesalius hangs up abruptly. Teddy starts to dig through the files and devices in the camp as if she's recalled something. Right. Bianca, before the engineering voice came to the surface, the Science Council asked us to bring you your equipment. That woman said you'd definitely make use of it. When was that? I was unaware of it. She was probably concerned that your violence might break it, given it was highly complicated. I think someone's screaming outside. Someone's definitely screaming outside. Well, cool, I'm just gonna ignore it. Teddy locates the container she was asked to bring along. To her surprise, there was a man in a white shirt curled up inside. Ah! Ah! The screaming inside the containers also shocked Karenina when she tries to open it. Yaiha! Wait, why is Yaiha here? Why are you here? He's a scientist working for Corona. Back in the lunar base, he spent some time with the engineering force duo and helped them. It almost scared me to death. I thought the corrupted had pried open this container. It only takes Teddy a few seconds to figure out why. I get it. That woman must be your boss. She must be punishing you for helping us out in the lunar base earlier. He said, since you broke the 0-point engine, you should serve as a shock absorber to protect this gift. So, looks like Yarha's data the 0-point engine saved his life. Otherwise, considering Corona's way of doing things, the man named Yarha would have disappeared from the world. Corona really put a human in a box. It's not the worst thing they've done. Like, this is a good day for them. Look at Kambu, right? They have done worse. So where's this gift she mentioned? Yarha nods and takes out a machine. Is this a cup? It has been configured to fit Bianca's stigmata. Yep. When it expanded, this cup can let stigmata ride on it to achieve high-speed maneuver on water surface and low-altitude airspace. Now can I get close? Now I can get close to Chico. Commandant, let us engage in a deep mind connection. Chico's final wish was to let me end her suffering. That wish is also mine. I promised her. You look into Bianca's genuine eyes. Her emotion is so strong you cannot turn it down. You then look back at other Raven members. Liv has a serious look on her face. He also presses his lips together, but you can tell he's not objecting. Lucy just nods to you in all seriousness. The Science Council used all this issue to head her hive mother to develop this device. I must admit, Bianca's new frame is more powerful than most of the constructs here. I will cover you with the rest of us. Don't worry, Bianca. Commandant and I will monitor your status to ensure the stability of the deep connection. You need the cutscene too? Yeah, I hope so. Nobody knows Vice Captain better than you. Still, Captain. Oh, sorry, better than you, Captain. Still, you must be careful. Damn it. We're sending you alone once again, Bianca. I'm not fighting alone. I have everyone on the coastline behind my back. Looks like you have figured out what to do. Time to give an order. Yes, we're all ready. Godspeed, Captain. Bianca looks at Palma and nods with a smile. Her smile looks nothing different from the past. The look of her frame no longer matters, for everyone understands it clearly at this moment. The Bianca is still Bianca. Or rather, she is more determined than ever. Let's roll. I'll command get in position. Her Bianca! Alright, Teddy, let's go. Kanina screams at her terminal. Make sure you come back safe and sound, Bianca. I haven't even had a proper look at your new frame. I will. She used to stop Chico from taking her own life. But this time she will help her do it. Right, let's go. Whoa! Whoa! Oh god, that's actually horrific. That is an eyeball! No! This is messed up. Oh my god. Chico, I believe you would do the same if you were me. Wait for me. I'll be right there. What is that? Whoa! Hang on a second! Look at this! The red tide is still gathering. Come, join us and enter the happy dream. They didn't turn into the red tide voluntarily. The disaster in life created by the ascendant must end here. Whoa! Well, doesn't push on the joint. Oh wait, what? How do we stop them? Mouse 2? Oh, that's my dodge. Where are we going? Over here? Do I hit them? Is that what I'm supposed to do? This is so cool. Touch the holograms? Okay. Bonk. The water physics are so nice. But Chico's massive! Wait! Let's just go through them. Cool. Right through the illusionary realm. This is very cool. Okay, come on. Here as well. Chico's bunch of assets? I don't. Are you really? Is now a good time for this? I feel like there are better times to thirst. Do I have to go through these, or can I not go through these? Okay, don't go through those. This music as well, it's so cool. Ah, here it is.
どっちが本音なのか知っている？
Wait, I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go. This way?
知っていますとも。これは全部
Last
彼
one.
女の本音です。こんなになっても
Whoa! Okay!
私たちを守ってくれている。
Okay, it's dodge those, dodge those, dodge those. Oh, okay! Wait, do I need to, wait, what am I supposed to do there? I don't know what I'm supposed to. I'm blinking release for sword waves? What? I'm gonna die. So press and hold, charge it up, and then when they launch. Wait, what? How do I know what to do that? Okay, so you dodge like that, cool. Hold on, release. Yeah, but when do I want to release? Can't tell when she's gonna. I'm getting destroyed. When it finishes blinking, I didn't see it blinking at all. Are my eyes just that bad? Wait, I can't hit this. What? I can't hit it. The water's pushing me around. I can't. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, you don't need to wait for it to wait. You don't need to wait for it to release it. Okay. Wait, how do you know when to dodge these things? What's the indicator? What's the indicator to know when to dodge? It's like that. Her arms? Like that. Oh, I see. So her arms kind of show it. Okay, okay. I was looking at the objects themselves, not her arms. There we go. Ah, that's so much easier then. It's not to do with the buildings. Like, well, I don't know what the blinking was referring to, because I never saw any blinking. Wait, so you're gonna do the thing now? And, there we go. There we go! Wait, I need to dodge these? Oh, it's bullet hell! Oh, no. What's happening right now? I can't tell.
Bianca.
This is... Hey, can you hear me, Bianca? The humanoid started to absorb the red tide at a higher speed from just now. Generation of the red tide has slowed down. The weapons are working. You've set all devices to run at full capacity. Unless long it should be enough to lower your burden. We're all counting on you, Bianca. This is the time. I will fulfill the promise with everyone's help. Behold, the final light! Oh. Oh, this is cool. Oh? the angle! Sorry, bad time. After calling Bianca for one last time, Chico fell in the sea. She didn't sink to the bottom, but turned into numerous punishing large particles that gradually disappeared in the air. Bianca reaches out but cannot hold anything. The sea breeze seems to have brought Chico's unfinished words. Help me. Kill me. Don't go. Farewell. This is what Chico was longing for. She must be fearing the loss of her life at loss of life at her final moment. But fear is the source of many emotions. It drives people forward. Humans are perfect because they are imperfect. The courage to live on comes from facing our weakness, not from denying or alienating them. Like Chico said, Bianca knew she was beyond redemption. She put an end to her suffering and carried on with this guilt. Chico, I will carry the weight of your life and continue moving forward. The core fragment drops from Chico's remaining body as if she's heard Bianca's response. The fragment actively lets Bianca's lamp absorb itself. There seems to be a connection between them. Turning has come from this coastline defense. After confirming Bianca's safe, she turns to the fragment with suspicion. Hey, not this! What was this some sort of ascendant secret weapon? It almost feels like a loot that just dropped from the boss. Thanks, Kamui! Kamui, stop thinking of your games! You still need to clear up the battlefield. After killing a Hedo creature and trying to crawl up the shore, she also follows over. The tide of the Hedo creature is mostly withdrawn. After the Hedo humanoid was defeated, the suppression of Omega weapons has also begun to intensify. Everyone is gathered near the shore, watching this surreal view. Finally, it's all over now. Bianca, Chico, Commandant. Do you think Chico had a redemption in the end? Nothing can save the hearts of people on a battlefield. True. The human heart is the last thing that can be saved in a war. Still, I believe that Chico's soul, after so much suffering, she was saved by Bianca. I don't know what happened exactly at the bottom of the sea, but I can tell that she's doing something similar. Just like you did. Indeed. I do believe Bianca must have kept the promise between her and Chico. Yep, just like a raven always delivers our promises. Of course. What's that look like? He looks away as if he does not want others to see his expression. Nothing. Just some commandant being sentimental again. In what way? He does feel a little weird. Recently he's been working on an adaptation of a new frame in the Science Council. Even other Graven members do not get to see him that often. I know and I miss him! But now is not the time to ask. Speaking of it, this is the first time the Graven is on a mission together after that. I'm glad you still remember on a mission. Let's clear the battlefield first. Liv looks at Lee and at you, finally realizing something's a little odd. Sure, I agree with both Commandant and Lee. I'm just so happy you get to fight together and win the battle again. Graven will get rid of the rest of the Kedar creatures on the west side. Lucius just as forthright as always. What's the matter? Nothing. Commandant, everyone, let's keep fighting together. Did someone just tell a joke I didn't get? No. We haven't been together like this for a long time. I'm so glad, Lucia. Yeah. This grand battle is about to come to an end with the setting sun. Lee stands on the war-torn shore, gazing over the head of a humanoid disappeared with a deep frown. What's Lee cooking? What's he up to? The remaining cleanup work progressed smoothly, thanks to the coordinated efforts of all teams. The remnants of Hedo creatures on the west side were soon wiped out completely. They reported the casualties and loss of equipment to Babylonia, and were told the shuttle had already departed. Liv stayed in the west to perform emergency treatment on the wounded soldiers. Lee and Lucia went in on other directions to continue searching for survivors. Meanwhile, You were staying in the command center to help look seriously wounded construct stabilize their mind. Thanks. I feel so much better now. Has anyone seen Bianca? Captain? She was heading that way. The purifying force soldier points at the breakwater. You find Bianca by the seaside. Along with the clearing battle smoke, the heavy clouds begin hanging overhead are gradually receding, as if they're declaring the end of the battle. The setting sun shines through the clouds, leaving a gentle hue of colors in the distant sky above the sea. Oh! He sits on the edge of the breakwater, gently gazing at the distant sky absentmindedly. You walk next to her to look at the vast sea together. Mandan. It's over. Yeah, it's all over. She looks back at you and nods. I guess we'll witness many more losses and farewells like this one in the future. She whispers softly in a complicated tone, but there's no confusion in it. I think so, but we can carry on with their will. You're absolutely right, Commandant. The blonde female stands in the wind. Reminding... This is blonde. It's white. That's white hair. It's not blonde. I mean, it's kind of blonde, but... Mother is mothering? Hell yeah, she is. Running the construct pulling her bow against the giant heterozygote long ago. Veritas and Sigmata look so different. Bianca? You found her, but have you also found yourself? Bianca looks a little surprised initially, but soon understands the meaning behind the inquiry. She nods, raising her hand to gently tuck a strand of hair that dances in the sea breeze. The earring that once belonged to Chico are glimmering at her fingertips. You look a lot more determined. I am. Bianca makes the first pure, genuine smile you've seen since you started missions together. Oh! You reply with another smile. Both of you just sit side by side, quietly watching the sea getting peaceful again at the sunset. A few seagulls glide past, screeching in the wind. Moments later, you hear a few calls from afar. When you look over, you notice some Purifying Force members waving in your direction. At the same time, the terminal receives a signal that the shuttle is about to arrive. It's time to go back. Alright. Bianca turns back for one last time, holding her sword horizontally in front of her chest. She closes her eyes, facing the direction where they had her humanoid disappeared. Is she praying? No, it looks more like a silent farewell, or a devout oath. The phantom tracer on Bianca's waist makes a brief hum as if it sensed some sort of connection. A fragment-like object is flickering in the center of the lamp. What's this? It fell off her and was absorbed by the phantom tracer. I have a feeling that this is very important. After returning to Babylonia, I'll submit it along with the mission report. Let the Science Council analyze it. EO2 Babylonia, Science Council. Frame adjustment completed. All parameters normal. Bianca walks out of the training room. She's changed back to the Veritas frame after coming back to Babylonia. Have you fixed the unstable mind of this frame? Asimov, let's go! Sorry. I love Asimov so much. It's all good now. After rounds of adjustments and upgrades, Veritas can be definitely replaced to damage 0. As for Sigmata, its abilities have already been fully demonstrated in battle. I'll let Bianca change out of it because the punishing rise information inside the frame is yet to be completely neutralized. Using it will make her mind more unstable. A thorough tuning is necessary before it can be used again. As for the phantom tracer Bianca brought back, Asimov taps on the light screen. A core fragment appears in the center. Looks like it was formed from the punishing rise heteromers. Does that have anything to do with Chico? No. The fragment appears to be merely a vessel for transmitting information. What really matters is if the message it carries. It almost feels like someone was purposefully using the fact that punishing rise could carry information. Actually, there's more than that. I must have overlooked something more important. The encryption method is beyond my knowledge, at least for now. Asimov frowns. He curls his index finger to rub his temple. If it's a piece of information, can you track its source? I didn't have time to find its true origin. The first piece of deciphered information looks like a message. Asimov raises his hand, displaying information on the screen, or to the screen. They seem like just a few pages of cryptic codes to you. Only one obscure message was deciphered from the codes. This is a gift in the name of the future. I don't know what it really means. The message does not quite make sense. But the familiar gray-haired girl suddenly appears in your mind. She waves at you with a bright smile, then walks away into the dazzling light. Speaking of it, you haven't seen her for a long time. Anyway, there's still a lot of unsolved mysteries regarding this fragment. I will continue analyzing it. Apart from the fragment, the production of mega weapons also needs to be prioritized. We have almost used up the available inventory in this battle. Sorry! We won! Hassan's brow seems to relax a bit. He points to the casualty rate displayed on the screen. The final number is even lower than Jessel's estimate. Like you said, the people who bring us hope are our most important resources. The battle outcome is exactly what we estimated. Most of the participants have survived. There's no better victory than this. The only regret is we cannot retrieve Lythos' frame. I was already getting close to where Lythos sank, but a large number of hetero creatures suddenly appeared from the sea. When we cleared them up, this frame had already disappeared. Thinking back now, the hetero creatures are probably... They purposely showed up to transfer Lythos' frame away before you got a hold of it. Correct. The only posse that could do this was... an agent. Only ascendants or agents have the power to control such a vast number of hetero creatures. That enigmatic figure has once again been hiding behind multiple mysteries, manipulating the situation or reaping the outcomes they desired. Everybody knows death is not the end for Ascendant who fell into the sea. Once again, I could only find Lythos' hairpin. I brought it back. Do we have any clue? It could be just another illusion, but Asimov seems a little odd when she mentioned hairpin. That hairpin, it passed the sterilization process not long ago and was delivered. I left it in that box over there. Asimov looked back at the desk behind. He suddenly stops. You look in the same direction. There's a box on his desk, but it's been opened by someone. There's nothing inside. It was right here. Did anyone else come to the place other than us? Apart from you, there's only Rosa who'd been staying in the lab. Wait a sec. Rosa? Asimov raises his voice, calling out her name. But the timid purple-haired girl is not coming out of a pile of documents as she usually did. The box is carefully opened and put aside. Asimov looks at it and recalls the coincidental encounter between Rosa and Noah not long ago. He did not want to bring up the unimportant past, but he'd forgotten that Rosa always wanted to know the truth behind some things. He sighs to himself. Phew! Noah walks out of the lab's door and lets out a deep breath in the empty corridor. The test had placed a substantial burden on him, but he's been making maximum efforts to cooperate. Before leaving, he notices a purple braid sticking out from a corner, swaying along with its owner's movements. Whoever that is, he seems to be hesitating. He tries to walk away to a more crowded place. Now surprisingly, he hears rushed footsteps behind. One moment, please. There's something I'd like to ask you. Rosa? It's me. Sorry to disturb you. No problem at all. What can I do for you? No one turns back and looks at the little girl. Do you still remember last time? She mentioned how no one mistook herself for Lythos when he first came to the Science Council. It was my bad. Sorry. No, actually, I just wanted to ask. Stuttering, the girl opens her palm to show Nan the hairpin she's been closely holding against her chest. She's so cute. She is adorable. Let me decide. Like these kind of transparent outfits, like this, like plastic outfits. Peak character design right there. I love it. Do you know anything about this? This is... A shiver runs through Nolan's heart as he cannot be more familiar with the object in her hand. It's Lythos' hairpin. It can only mean that. So, don't forget to introduce yourself again the next time you see me. I'm afraid I won't remember you. Lythos is dead. Nolan gazes at Rosa in silence. Seeing his expression, Rosa anxiously raises her voice. All I know is that there's an ascendant named Lythos. Everything about him is classified. Asimov didn't want to tell me anything. Not even his look? Oh, no, but you did say this name when you saw me on that day. Norm realizes what she's trying to ask. His first response is to turn her down. Sorry, but I can't tell you anything. I signed the confidentiality agreement. But large tears roll down the girl's cheeks. She begins to sob, mumbling words to beg him. Please, you're the only one I can ask. Wait, don't cry. Realizing no one's a little shaken, Rosa begins to cry even louder. She's blackmailing him. Or not blackmailing, sorry, emotionally manipulating him. Slightly troubled, no one scratches his head. He then gently crouches down in front of the sobbing girl. Rosa, I can't tell you more. Takes out a sketchbook and a pen from his backpack and begins to draw the look of Lythos. But I can draw him for you. Will this work? Yeah, thank you. She wipes away the tears, blurring her vision. Her eyes widen as she watches Lythos' face gradually appearing on the pale paper. I didn't add colors, but Lythos' hair and eyes are all purple. Very similar to yours. He pulls the page off the sketchbook and passes it to Rosa. I ask why this matters so much to you? I have another hairpin else exactly like this one at home. Oh. Oh! But it is a lot older. I don't know whether it's part of Mother's memory or just one of the materials she brought back. She shakes her head, trying to cast away the mixed memories. She carefully holds a sketch and the hairpin in her palms. Can I take the sketch back? I won't let anyone find it. Of course. Thank you. Please don't tell others what I asked. Sure. Similarly, please don't tell others what I told you. No one puts a finger to his mouth. Rosa wipes off the tears of her chin, and then nods with a smile too. It's a deal. Nobody tells anyone anything. Yeah, it's our promise. It's our secret. Interesting. Star of Life, Commandant's ward. Vanessa sits silently on the hospital bed, gently touching the horrifying scar in her left eye. She picks up the diamond shell, small terminal, and opens an image folder hidden with the Commandant's highest permission level. There are only a few images in the folder. Hand pauses in the latest one. Secret. She smiles in a self-mocking way, pulling the scar and bringing a faint, itchy pain. Before returning to Babylonia. Teasel! Alright, I've got to go. Wait. There's one last thing. Vanessa waves her recording terminal. Raven had a photo like this. Let's take one too for our final time together. Nobody expects her to say such words on a battlefield full of potential threats and hetero creatures. A photo? Fine then. This is the last time anyway. Teasel cannot understand why his former commandant wants to take a photo of a traitor. But he no longer has any desire to find out the reason behind Vanessa's changes. He's already made up his mind to leave them. Fambanada, stand next to Teasel. Look! Fambanada nods in obedience. She follows Vanessa's instruction to stand next to Teasel, striking a photo-taking pose. Teasel just turns sideways and crosses his arms. He keeps a poker face, but is not left. Vanessa races the terminal to put both of them in the viewfinder. Seeing the terminal screen, she makes another breezy smile but never presses the shutter. What is she waiting for? Oh, look at she's doing the peace sign. Wait. Teasel looks up in confusion, but Aminata just keeps her hand up helplessly maintaining her pose. Vanessa ignores Teasel's questioning look. She just looks into the distance. At the very end of her vision, she can barely see a familiar pink figure. There's Liv! Familiar pink figure on the coastline. Completely unaware of Vanessa's gaze, Liv rushes directly to the wounded constructs. Vanessa cannot see her face, but she can easily imagine her expression. It must be the same firm, determined look that once made her laugh. Just like when she cut off her long hair in the factory ruins, or when she said, "I won't flee" in the ambulance. The graven in the ambulance reminded of Vanessa or Teasel, who had gone missing. She had seen many dolls who died or fled from her hands, but never thought one of them would come back and save her life. Perhaps it's already too late, but something has changed indeed. Just when Liv enters the viewfinder, Vanessa presses the shutter, capturing the scene. Baminata is still submissive, but Teasel no longer obeys orders. Vanessa still does not want to be in the photo, but live in the distance, the once glorious Egret has our first and last photo. They're going to part ways. Oh. Alright, it's over. Teasel looks away and walks in the opposite direction. You cannot hold it when walking past Vanessa. We will be enemies the next time we meet. I don't want to see a traitor again. Besides, once we throw away a doll, it's no different from dead to me. Vanessa feels her body is getting increasingly heavier. She no longer looks at T-Cell, but raises her head and walks towards the temporary command center. Baminata comes to Vanessa and helps her walk. She looks back at T-Cell for one last time. Just pray we will never meet again. Someone is knocking on the door. Vanessa turns off the terminal screen and puts it face down on the blanket. Hey, Celica! A doctor of the Star of Life walks in with a report in his hand, followed by Celica, who was holding a fruit basket. The results are out. Your recovery is progressing well, but the wound on your face may take some time to heal. As for your left eye, unfortunately it was wounded too badly and didn't receive a timely treatment. Its vision is completely lost and cannot be recovered. But considering your situation at that time, this is already the best outcome. I suggest you have the eyeball removed as soon as possible to avoid sympathetic ophthalmia. There we go. Once it's out, you consider installing a prosthetic one. Celica thought Vanessa would blow up for this, but she just waves her hand as if she does not care at all. Whatever. The scar and prosthetic eye can serve as evidence. Proving that I saved so many lives, as well as that loser, Ushio FB. She casually runs her fingers through her hair on the side, giving a usual sarcastic smile. Hope that chief can regret lying down for 3 months and doing nothing after seeing my face. You say so. Maybe just happens to be in the Star of Life helping Liv for her rehab. Would you like me to call him? I'm the guy now. Vanessa just sneers disdainfully. If that chief insists to apologize and thank me, I'm not accepting it. But I hope that chief can show some sincerity and stand for at least an hour before coming in. That's what she said. Wait, that's what she said? No, that's what she said? What the? Commandant. Vanessa did save us from the evacuation in City 043. Without her and Baminata to cover us, maybe everybody left in the conservation area would... I know. The medic construct mentioned in the long-lost Vanessa showing... Wait. The medic construct mentioned the long-lost Vanessa showing up at the temporary command center, seriously wounded. She was in a coma for quite some time due to infection after being sent back to the Star of Life. When Vanessa appeared, she never talked about her injuries or what happened in the past few months. She just provided tactical assistance to the surrounded soldiers with Baminata until the battle ended. After joining the main force, she was sent to Star of Life. She was once in a coma due to serious infection. I'll be there right away once you finish your treatments. Okay. Are you also coming? Liv hesitates a little and shakes her head. You go first, Commandant. I'll visit her alone later. Her T-cell defected. If she sees us together, I'm worried she may... Understood. Okay, I'll just wait here then. I'll just take you here, then I'll take you there. I can't read. Half an hour has passed after all the treatments are completed. You follow Celica to Vanessa's ward. Let's, I'll wait for Celica. Who's that? You hear Vanessa's voice. Unlike the mean, sarcastic impression she usually leaves, this time her hoarse voice sounds weak and lonely. It's me. What? The voice immediately changes to another tone. As if the loneliness is just your illusion. I just want to check on you. Can I come in? Wait! I can't believe you are so rude. I said, show some sincerity and stand for at least an hour before coming in. Not only you didn't stand long enough, you were also a full 34 minutes late. Is that how you treat someone who saved your life, Graven Commandant? Just gonna die. Screw it. I'm going in. Wait. Celica stops you. She moves closer and whispers. commanded, Vanessa suffered serious injuries. She lost her left eye. In fact, she's close to being disfigured. Celica has a synthetic look on her face. She's met Vanessa a few times before this. She must be feeling terrible, so... Recall every encounter with Vanessa. She was always glamorous, beautiful, keeping her elegance, even during surface missions. For someone with so much pride. Let her calm down first. I'll just wait here. Another half an hour has passed. You knock on the door again. This time she has not rejected you. Come in. After getting mentally prepared, you push the door open. Can't speak at all today. You first smell a light fragrance, then see Vanessa sitting straight on her bed. Vanessa's mostly the same as how you remember her, with subtle differences. She's dressed in a glamorous gown that looks out of place and wearing near flawless makeup. You notice her delicate eyelashes and a complicated, beautiful lace eye mask on her left eye. Still, you can see the horrifying scars under the mask if you look carefully. What are you looking at? You tired of your own eye too? She sounds sarcastic as always. I think I don't kept you waiting for an hour. Definitely not for you. Vanessa throws back a sarcastic remark without mercy. You're an idiot who couldn't even protect yourself. Even your constructs were eager to throw their lives away. If not for me, you wouldn't be able to stand here. Do you even know how messed up you looked when you lay on a junk bed in the basement? Do you know how much hassle you caused? Well, hey! Your words sound more aggressive than ever, as if you have triggered something. Feels like you're just taking it out on me. Weren't you gonna push the door in? Why aren't you talking now? Vanessa seems in a good mood as she begins to smile. She elegantly reaches out for water on the table in front. But she fails to take the whole the white porcelain cup. Her hand wrapped in bandage just moves past the cup and misses it. She pulls back the hand out of instinct, splashing water that soaks the bandage on her curlicue? How do you say that word? You forget it. Oh, she's lacking depth perception. Forget about it. It's already cold. She quickly conceals it. But you still see a moment of frailty in her eye. Well, it's not ice! It's ice, singular! You grab the cup and pour another cup of warm water, and pass it to her hand. Here's a hot one. Vanessa gives you a peculiar look. She's not rejected your offer, which is quite unusual, and holds the cup with both hands. Raven commanded being so submissive and obedient to me? This is definitely a new experience. I'm not used to this. She looks at her reflection in the cup and turns silent. After what seems like an eternity, the silence is interrupted by door-knocking sounds. With a large bag in his hand, Simon peeks into the ward, followed by Bambinata. Master, I commanded Simon on the way. He said he wanted to visit you. How are you feeling, Vanessa? Oh, Chief, you're here too! Simon? You have it, Simon. He looks a little shocked when seeing Vanessa on the bed. What's going on today? Oh, the losers having a reunion? That's why you're invited, huh? Vanessa interrupts Simon before he can finish. Simon completely ignores Vanessa's sarcasm. He gently places the bag on the cabinet next to her bed. You should increase your vitamin intake. Recovering from major injuries can be quite challenging. When I don't... I'm not a word. Bev and I would like to thank Commander Simon on Master's behalf. Bev has been standing aside quietly. She simply walks up and takes Simon's bag. Master would need this. The doctor had said so. You all... Meanwhile, Simon has already begun to dig into the bag, taking out one item after another while explaining to Vanessa. There are nutritious foods, books for killing time during rehab, gifts from the survivors of the evacuation, and many other things. Vanessa still maintains her indifferent attitude, with occasional sarcastic comments. Still, she reluctantly makes Bambinata carefully put away the things Simon bought. Another new visitor has shown up in the room. Hey, Harley Joe's here too! Wow, this place is so busy. I didn't expect all of you to be here. Don't you have anything more important to do? We're on it right now. Nothing is more important than visiting my heroic senior. Harley Joe looks so genuine that Vanessa cannot get mad at him. Whatever. She takes a sip from the cup in her hand, covering her face with it. The four of you sit together, enjoying a rare moment of tranquility while reminiscing about the past in FOS. Since graduation, you've never had such a relaxing time to interact with your classmates, even during official school reunions. Murray visit too? Maybe. Maybe the next time you can meet someone else other than Star of Life. You bump into Bianca when you leave the Star of Life. Bianca! You nod to her. She smiles and nods in return. Mandan. You both continue to walk your own ways. A few constructs quickly run past, calling her name. Captain Bianca! Bianca's elegant but determined steps come to a halt. She pauses ahead as if waiting for her members. You cannot help but stop walking and glance back, catching a glimpse of Bianca's smiling profile as she turns towards them. The purifying force you remember is always serious and distant. They do not want emotions to hinder their actions, for they know that one day they may have to turn their blades against their former comrades. I guess we will witness many more losses and farewells like this one in the future. But right now, they can stand together and look forward like this. Something is changing, quietly but surely, just like the burning flames. One day, all the encounters and separations will turn into a spark to light up the silent sea and guide the way to hope. Oh! Yay! I like that. That was a good story. Kind of horrific, honestly. What was it? Like early in the story, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone who hasn't, like, you know, played it for themselves yet. But the early chapters as well are kind of horrific. That was really good though. I loved it. Nice ending. Considering, like I said, how horrific it actually got in the start.
Oh, you're so tired that you can't even make the correct judgments? How can I ever pass up on this perfect opportunity?
Thanks, Roland.
Come over here and rest. Yeah.
This one say there's a what's it called? A coding story for Liv.
Me for someone else. I can play the part of someone who can ease you into sleep.
Thanks, Roland. What is it? Yeah, should we look at this coding story? Where did I know how to find it? Story invoiced. Ooh! It's fully voiced in CN. Do you have to change my game setting to CN for that to work, or is it is it gonna be automatically voiced in CN? Oh, okay, it's only if you change it to CN. Okay, cool. One second, let me hide the game so you guys can ta-da! Oh, just look at the no chat detected. Wait, there we go. Give me 1 second. I'll change the thing. There we go. I got it working. We're good. Right, so it's an event? Like here, or? Which one is it? How do I find this? Summerland? Ah, this. Aha! Okay, let's see this. Is it gonna work? In the absence of all the usual passers-by, the quiet hallway appears more frigid than ever with the cold lights that illuminate the place. Standing alone in the middle of a passageway for a good few moments, you finally remember what you came to do here. It's about what I'm going to do after graduating. Walking down the same passageway you've taken only too many times, you reach the certain office you can't be more familiar with before you know it. Right before you pass the doorbell, however, you hear a weighty voice coming from inside the room. Oh, it is voiced! 3 green flashes later, the electronic lock unlocks, allowing the alloy door to part either side. Good day, sir. Walking into the Scepter's Fiberism. Okay, cool. Walking into the minimally decorated office, you see the man shutting off the stand table he was using for planning. I won't be talking over I won't be like redubbing it. I'll just read it and stuff. He says without a moment's hesitation. Is it too loud or too quiet? Should I turn the volume up or is it good? Just right, nice. Let's go.
为什么拒绝了指挥部的邀请，而申请了前线执行部队指挥官的名额？
The shrewd eyes staring right at you now are the same eyes that have been watching every single student since you entered the school. You sense neither encouragement nor discontent from his tone, but solemnness and gravity. There's no doubt that those eyes you see will see right through any petty lies and excuses you come up with. Because you can feel the world shaking violently as you open your mouth to speak. And then, darkness ensues. Liv! Opening your eyes, you find yourself in the lodge with Liv standing right next to you. Looking at you with a worried expression, she has one hand on your shoulder while holding a medical device with the other. The screen on the table shows a report in the making. The first half of it seems normal enough, but the second half is littered with strings of garbled letters and symbols. A telltale sign that whoever was typing landed on the keyboard with their face! Rubbing your slightly numb face, you return your gaze to Liv.
指挥官，你怎么在这里睡着了？是因为太累了吗？
Don't worry, I was just taking a nap. None of the words put Liv's mind at ease. You put up your hands in defeat, seeing Liv all concerned about you. And I thought I'd have a few checkups done too. Liv, can I ask you to do me a favor?
那么请将头向后靠一点，记得放轻松。
Completing the checkup in a breeze, Liv lets out a sigh of relief. How long do I have, Doc?
那就要看指挥官对健康管理计划的执行程度了。比如，现在就去休息。
Liv says with a smile, "But I've still got work to do."
那么就让我来协助接下来的文书工作。早点完成的话，指挥官也能提前休息。
Now your mind rehab session for the day.
已经完成了。指挥官才是。今天的康复训练没有迟到吧？
It's so cool seeing the story dubbed. I don't know, it hits different, but I really like it. Of course not. With it, both you and Liv break into a wry smile. For the time being, neither of you is in any condition to fight. With the degeneration of your muscles and the occasional migraines occurring in Liv's mind. With the help of English is hard. With the help of an exoskeleton, you've taken part in a few non-combat assignments. Except, such assignments don't come by every day. An exoskeleton is but a short-term solution in the broader picture of making a full recovery. The war is turned by hot, and you know for a fact that Lucy and Lee are far too competent, and they can't stay in Babylonia with Liv and you. You want to be in the front line fighting with a team, but decided to stay behind to perform desk work while rehabilitating instead, after being convinced by them.
也不知道李先生和露西亚怎么样了。
To cause no hiccups to the war, Lee and Lucy always make a point at least to contact you when they're back at the base maintenance. According to them, they've seen small-scale victories in their combat zone. I have to trust them. And we need to try our best in what we can do. Having worked off the negative vibes, you find yourself concentrating once again on the report. Then as you go ahead to delete the string of garbled letters and symbols with the delete key, you reach over the coffee cup sitting right next to you. Yet, much to your surprise, you touch a warm, soft hand instead of the coffee cup.
指挥官，还是喝点其他的吧。
Oh? Liv passes you a different cup. Giving a faint steam, the cup has amber-colored tea sitting in it instead. What's this?
这是不含咖啡因的香草茶，你今天摄入的咖啡因已经到达180毫克，出于健康考虑，不应该再过多摄入了。
Liv explains in a serious tone. Probably best to listen to the expert here since she's the one taking care of the team's health. Taking a sip of the tea, you can taste the warm fragrance of the liquid, making its way down your throat before it reaches your chest and blossoms, instantly easing you of most of the pent-up fatigue from work. Liv, on the other hand, has taken a seat across from you and has begun sorting through remaining reports. The faintly glowing screen, the sound of keystrokes, the fragrance of the tea, and Liv working away at the reports. The room is quiet and peaceful, seemingly having nothing saved from these left in it. It's been so long since you last felt the same ease of mind.
指挥官，这份报告有些地方还需要你确认。
Sure. Oh.
这就是最后一份了。
You go over the report before signing your ID number on it. The whole process of sorting through the documents was supposed to take you, through the entire afternoon. Yet here you are, having reached the end of it in under 2 hours, with the two of you working on it. Boy, that was fast. Pouring tea into the now empty cup, Liv appears out of it as she keeps her eyes fixated on the global welfare map. What are you looking for?
我在找露西亚和李先生他们的位置。毕竟昨晚的通讯我错过了。
It's not your fault though. An episode of migraine has hit Liv out of the blue, right before Lucy and Lee dialed in last night, plunging her mind, which hadn't even made a full recovery yet, into an extremely unstable state. After stabilizing her condition with the cable you carried, and a deep mind connection you managed to establish before things went out of hand, you put in your skeleton and ran up to the Star of Life with Liv in your arms. Oh, am I strong enough? Am I even strong enough to carry Liv? Liv was still under treatment when Lucia and Lee dialed in. Based on what they were calling in from last night, based on where they were calling in from last night, sorry. Staff list, resource provision, and engagement status. All information about a certain base pops up when you put your finger on it. They should be here. Lucy and Lee's names are on the staff list, with 2 short lines preceding their names respectively. Brain damage, 15.32%. Infection, 0%. Based on the battle report, the two seem to have found a branch of the Red Tide on their own without the warning of a support type construct. They put indicating beacons in place during the battle with Heddo creatures. While the beacons had only minimal effect in guarding the garrison at the base, they managed to survey the branch with their accurate attacks all the same.
要是我也能在。
If only I were there too. Oh wait, sorry, am I reading it? Liv's the one speaking it. Liv keeps her eyes fixated on the very first line of the report. It briefly mentions the resources based on the base needs more of, with special notes stating that all squads are needed help from support type constructs. I'm sure you'll be able to get back there in no time.
指挥官是指远程深度链接的改进吗？
And that's what they managed to improve. Wait, why am I speaking? Liv's okay. I'm gonna let Liv do this. I'm so used to like talking. The deep mind connection helps to stabilize the migraine coming from Liv's mind, and Asimov is working with the rest of the team to figure out a way to establish the connection remotely without a cable. Asimov said we'll be giving it a try soon, right? Raven will be back on the road, well, whole as soon as we have the technical barrier taken care of. Nodding her head, however, Liv suddenly looks troubled with what seems to be an abrupt thought.
对了，指挥官，虽然教授建议你多运动，但是指挥官在完全康复前，还是不要过多申请地面任务比较好。
I'll try to. Liv's eyebrows frown slightly at your reply. But lucky for you, Liv raises another question, letting go of the subject.
接下来要怎么安排呢？
About that, Liv means well, but it's no doubt much too early for you to hit the hay now. You finished your rehab session for the day in the morning. You have to make an appointment next day, a day in advance if you want to if you want to get to your next session. You have no idea what to do. I don't know, Liv. Got any plans?
我吗？我也暂时还没考虑过。如果指挥官也没安排的话，
With the ringing of a call filling up the room, you and Liv stop in your tracks. When you take the call, a hologram of Asimov appears. Asimov, waiting to be voiced?
你现在在哪里？
Asimov! Let's go! Asimov, let's go! I'm in the lounge.
如果手上没有很重要的工作，就先终止。来一趟科学理事会。
Asimov is like one of the most under-simped characters in PGR. I stand by it. With bags darker than ever under his eyes, Asimov speaks in a serious tone. Oh?
在通讯里不太能解释清楚，等你到了实验室我会说明。记得带上礼服。
He speaks really fast too. You can tell he's just like bored and tired, and I love him so much. Liv is surprised at the mention of her name.
礼服也在你身边，和他一起过来吧。
All right. And with it, Asimov hangs up.
阿西莫夫先生找我们是有
Very
什么
fitting
事
voice, yes. I like Asimov's been voiced like twice, I think. once in the oh, which chapter was it? It's the chapter with the Lucia Plume. You fight against Gabriel. I forget what chapter that's called, but like it's that one where like Asimov's voice in the cutscene. 12, that's it. And now I have no clue, but I bet it's something important. You rise from your seat, taking a moment to really appreciate the fact you're in much less pain, thanks to all your rehab sessions and the nutritional management.
指挥官，需要我帮忙吗？
Sure. With the support of Liv and a crutch, you make it to Asimov's lab.
礼服，你不要太惯着别人了。
At the lab, you see Hippocrates.
教授，
It's none other than Hippocrates, the very person responsible for treating you and Liv. Standing right behind her is Asimov, who's keeping his eyes fixated on the screen in front of him as strings of complicated-looking readings and charts flash past. Why are they working together when they're from different departments? Wait.
看你的表情，应该是已经猜到叫你和礼服过来的原因了。
Does it have to do with Imperia Frame?
没错，放置在极昼机体里的意识海监测探针传回了一些数据。阿西莫夫正在对他们进行可视化处理。这些数据
Stopping in her tracks, Hippocrates looks back and forth between you and Liv.
很不寻常。
完成了。
Looking up, Asimov turns the screen this way, which now shows a bird's eye view of the dense forest. What's this?
我从头开始说明。首先，你应该还记得寻回利弗意识碎片的经历吧？
Of course. After bringing Liv to safety, you filled them in on what you've gone through, missing not so much as the most minute details with the hope that they'd turn out helpful with repairing Liv's mind.
当时你找到了我们未曾发现的第7块意识碎片。在将意识转移回实案机体后，我们会定时用不同频率的信号对极昼机体进行扫描，试图发现可能遗漏的部分。
Wait, could it be?
没错，虽然信号反馈微弱到可以忽略，但它确实是属于利弗的一部分。不过，从探针传回的数据来看，它的信息波段很特殊，更接近一种。
Asimov is trying to come up with a more appropriate, layman-friendly word.
这里就让我来解释吧。我先举个简单的例子，你还记得你昨天在康复中心从多少人身边经过吗？
Might as well ask me how many rolls of bread I've ever had.
哦
Way too many to count.
吗？那我倒想好好研究一下了。
Well, you know that's what I meant. I'd be damned if I did.
人的意识并不会将所有收集到的信息都记录下来。有些事情虽然确实经历或者设想过，却不会在记忆中留下深刻的痕迹。
就像教授说的那样，这段数据也与之类似。属于被意识忽视、遗忘，或者说拒绝的部分。根据对反馈信号波形的分析，可以大致推测出 映射这片森林的意识碎片的位置。
Asimov enlarges the window to the extent that it almost takes up the entire screen. Right in the center of the screen now stands the silhouette of a spire, with scarlet plants running along its length. It's a punishing virus.
伴有很轻微的感染，但并不意味可以忽略。所以需要你和利弗一起帮忙清除污染，并进行调查回收。
One thing though. Worried, you turn to look at Liv, who you know shouldn't be risking herself over a mission like this with her mind still making a recovery.
指挥官，不用担心，我没有问题的。
我知道你在担心什么。
I don't want to risk it. We love
始终是
Liv.
我们第一个要考虑的。这次与上次不同，现在我们有充足的时间来做准备。阿西莫夫为此编写了保险扳机程序。一旦情况失控，扳机就会启动， 将你们强行唤醒。如果你们判断现场情况不适合继续调查，也可以主动使用扳机，这不会对你们的意识造成伤害，但我们就只能放弃这块碎片了。
Why does that have to be lived though?
之所以选择你们2人，还有另一层考虑。这块碎片与潜意识类似，都是构成意识海底层的部分。你们在其中一起行动的数据反馈，对于深度思维链接技术的改进，同样能起到很大帮助。
Finishing a sentence, Fakiri's face turns uneasy.
不过这种样本，不要再来第2次了。
我还有一个问题。
Sensing the negative vibes in the air, Liv speaks out.
什么问题？
我要怎么和指挥官一起进入我自己的意识碎片？
阿西莫夫为你编写了专用的潜入程序，你先随他去做调试吧。至于这个指挥官，会在你调试完成后。
是。指挥官，我们等会儿见。
After waving goodbye at you, Liv makes her way to the mind diving chamber, following Asimov. Then right when you try and stand up with your crutch, you're forced to sit back down. Professor?
利夫本人
I want to follow Asimov!
可能会受到一定程度的影响。
What do you mean?
有可能是意识形象上的，也可能是性格上的。具体还得看这块意识碎片究竟是利弗的哪一部分。毕竟从某种意义上来说，这也算是一种深入自己的内心。所以照看他的事就拜托你了。
Valkyrie pats you on the shoulder. Oh? No longer feeling weightless, you can feel the rough bark of a tree up against your back as you slowly open your eyes and take in the fragrance of the mud and budding grass. Filtering through the leaves above, the sunlight feels like a gentle touch to the skin, and the crisp calls of birds coming from between the trees travel through the valleys in the distance. Feeling a fluffy lump on the back of your head, you look down and see there's a chubby chipmunk sitting on it. Then, as though an invisible string were being severed, the forest is quiet no more. Turning into a furball, the chipmunk rolls up the back of your head before it disappears into the depths of a forest. You stand up and spend some time collecting your thoughts. Liv! Your surroundings look exactly the same as what Asimov has shown you, except you don't see Liv around, who supposedly came in with you.
因为是第1次做这种尝试，所以你们潜入的位置可能存在一定程度的偏差。
What Valkyrie said back at the lab pops into your mind. Seems like you'll have to find Liv first before starting your mission.
就像面对一张杂乱的图，人会本能的去寻找最熟悉的东西。指挥官和构造体之间也存在某种引力。
You shut your eyes, trying to get a feel for that certain something. Except all you're picking up are choppy echoes that seem to be taking you nowhere. I can't read. This is not unlike looking for particular fish in the absolute dark of an expanse of an ocean. You know Liv is right around you, yet you're totally clueless to where to begin looking. And right then, a shaft of light descends. Open your eyes. Don't worry, it's not a threat, says the threatening doctor. Hippocrates is cool. You see a butterfly with 2 pairs of wings and thin black stripes along its body, parting the green fluorescence. You feel like you know the butterfly. The butterfly makes 2 circles around you, leaving traces of light to snow on you that seem to be telling you to follow it. Let's follow the butterfly. Drawn by a sense of familiarity, you follow the butterfly as it goes. Following the butterfly, you travel through the wide expanses of the forest. Losing count of the times you come across the same views. The butterfly's fluorescence is now your only source of guidance down the increasingly secluded path. Right then, you hear noises coming from up ahead. Someone is coming this way, walking on the grass. Liv?
指挥官。
Her voice coming from behind the trees. Liv picks up the pace across the grass, and there she is now, standing in front of you. Liv! She looks so cool. Except she looks a little different from what you remember of her. A grandiose black dress envelops her exquisite butt. I mean, even the game is saying she's exquisite, giving her a solemn aura. The jade green wings behind her, however, add a dreamlike quality to her. It seems as though she might just vanish in the wind if you so much as look away from her for a split second.
指挥官，请不要一直盯着看。
I love the RGB halo. Liv lowers her head, apparently feeling self-conscious because of your unwavering gaze. Right, of course. Looking around yourself, you can't help but feel flabbergasted by the view. Yeah, me too. Me too! Having forgotten about the butterfly that had taken you here. What's going on here? The Liv you're seeing is wearing a completely different outfit than what she was before coming in.
我也不清楚为什么会这样，在我醒来后就已经是这种状态了。
Liv reaches for the wings behind her as she starts checking herself out. Maybe this is something your mind chart is doing to you.
阿西莫夫先生也说过类似的话。
You have never seen Liv like this before. She's usually just dressed in white and pink.
指挥官觉得怎么样呢？
I think you look great, Liv.
指挥官。
With a sheepish look on her face, Liv seems happy with the compliment all the same, while looking slightly caught off guard.
其实我是想问指挥官有没
Gamer
有像
Halo,
我一样
yes.
受到影响，不过还是谢谢。
Never felt better. It's fortunate that your injury didn't get transferred over to this world. Are you feeling anything else, Liv?
有一个或许也能算是被影响的方面。
Seeing you all baffled, Liv claps her hands 3 times. And with it, you hear noises coming from the trees. When you turn your head over, you see countless chipmunks poking their heads out of everywhere. Oh! Among the bushes above the treetops behind the rocks, they're everywhere. With their tiny black eyes traveling back and forth between you and Liv, they seem to have a hard time comprehending the sight of 2 human beings in front of them.
没关系，这个人不是坏人。
And with it, the chipmunks all come leaping out. Liv's really developed? In what way do you mean? do you want to elaborate? In what way do you mean? Before you're able to react, sorry, you find yourself and Liv drowning in a sea of warm fur balls rubbing your faces and palms. How did you find out you can do this, though? Leave that to your imagination. I don't think I need to. I think I can see it right here. I think I can see the ways in which your character is developed. You clap your hands 3 times and Liv isn't looking your way and nothing happens. It's never been difficult for Liv to draw animals toward her because she's always so gentle. But you know that just what you witness is on a different level than just being gentle.
一开始只是想拍掉手上的泥土，然后这些孩子就出现了。
Can you get any other animals to come to you?
我也试过改变拍手的节奏和次数，甚至还模仿了儿童剧目里的魔法圣。
Liv stomps in her tracks.
总之做了各种尝试都没有效果，会过来的就只有森花蛇。
With her hand still caressing a little furball, Liv looks away. You carry on speaking as though as you put on the ground a struggling chipmunk that just fell off your shoulder and was dangling off your chest pocket. Now let's try and bring each other to speed.
在我醒来后，
When Liv finishes bringing you up to speed, you see that your diving point was actually 1 good kilometer away from Liv's. Though you came in here almost the same time. Liv's apparent wings similar to that on the Aperia frame, except it doesn't allow her to fly, presumably because mind has made it so. It seems like you won't be flying to the center of the forest. And it's your turn to fill and live on what you've been through.
蝴蝶吗？在我醒来时，并没有出现指挥官描述的蝴蝶。需要进行精准扫描吗？
No, it's fine. You want to learn more about the butterfly, but it's much too fleeting an occurrence for you to spend time on what you're supposed to be looking into in the center of the forest. We're sticking to our plan.
正在进行地形扫描和路线分析。
Oh?
范围内的障碍物太多，并没有办法直接推演出到达森林中央的路径。
That's fine. We'll see what the data feedback has to say as we go. Let's go. The chipmunks sitting on you and Liv will start jumping off, apparently having sense that you're about to leave. As they leave, they stuff your pockets full of chestnuts, berries, seeds, and petals. Then, waving its tiny claw at Liv. Oh, the last human disappears into a crack under the rock. Oh. Liv bids it farewell with a smile. Doesn't seem like this path is going to work.
正在规划其他路线。
You thought a place like this would be a piece of cake for Liv. Except this forest is proving to be a lot more complicated than previously imagined. But on second thought, you realize the complexity of the forest should really be attributed to Liv's seemingly endless imagination. This is what happens shortly after you and Liv set out. The path through the forest isn't exactly tracker-friendly. While your shoes with extra thick soles are keeping your feet well protected from all the sharp stones in the ground, you still need to be absolutely careful as to not slip off the moss. The trees, the grass, and the flowers. Everything around you is of the same color. The forest is not a single trace of humans, and the cries of the insects seem to come from afar. Completely lost, you stay closely behind Liv. And suddenly, Liv stops in her tracks.
Huh?
What's the matter?
这里的桥和我想象中有些不同。
Caught by surprise, Liv seems at a loss for words. Well, there's only so much radar imagining can do, I suppose. Climbing over the rocks in your way, you look up from the ground to see the view up ahead. See, this isn't something you need to... The last few words of the sentence get stuck halfway at your throat when you see what's ahead of you. In front of you now is a valley about 20 meters wide, with a bridge above it connecting either side of the valley. Giving off a crystalline shine, the bridge consists of many discs. The same discs can be seen moving in irregular patterns around the bridge. Enveloped in their somewhat dark surroundings, they're reminiscent of glowing lamps. With a closer look, you see the discs of all have long tentacles or semi-transparent belts attached to the underside. As though sensing that they're being looked at, some of the tentacles rise and wave this way. Floating jellyfish is greeting you.
我也没想到会是这样，不过他们没有敌意的样子。
You never thought, you never saw this coming yourself too, because you didn't run into anything out of the ordinary the entire way. Seems like the speed at which time passes is the only thing different between mind and the real world. This world seems to be full of strange things that can only happen to you at every turn. And the fact that Liv was able to get all the chipmunks to hang around you is but an example of that. And with that taken into account, this jellyfish bridge really shouldn't be that big of a surprise. Aren't they going to dehydrate? As though trying to answer your question, a few enormous jets of water come out, gushing out from the depths of the valley, washing away some of the jellyfish to make up the bridge. Moments later, however, the place is taken over by other jellyfish. Having been graced by the water, the bridge now gives off a lucid shine. Do you know what's going on, Liv?
我想可能和小时候听到的鹊桥故事有关。
Oh! Is that thing from the okay, so last year there was a PGR in-game event for the Double Seventh Festival where you got like they talked about the Magpie Bridge, I think. Is this the right thing, or am I off? Liv seems unsure of herself as she speaks. In Cowling's folklore, the Magpie Bridge is a bridge formed by magpies squishing their bodies together on a certain day. And this jellyfish bridge just bears resemblance to the Magpie Bridge. I think I'm right. Yeah, I think that's what happened, because I remember Lee bringing it up, like, you know, it's not feasible for the magpies to, like, you know. Because that's why you could like pick a date. You could go on a date with one of the constructs. Lee, forgot about that. No. I could never forget about that date, about that event. Sorry, not the date, because you could go on a date with the construct of your choosing, and I went on the date with Lee so many times. I literally even recorded it so I could go back and watch it anytime I wanted to. It's still on my external hard drive, actually. Although one of them flies up there in the sky, while the other swims in the water. Which means this mine shard is...
或许是关于童话故事的记忆。
有些事情虽然确实经历或者设想过，却不会在记忆中留下深刻的痕迹。
就像教授说的那样，这段数据也与之类似，属于被意识忽视、遗忘，或者说拒绝的部分。
What Valkyries and Asimov has said about the shard matches what you're seeing. People don't usually remember fairy tales together as kids.
指挥官会觉得孩子气吗？
No, not at all. That's what I just said! Liv is gentle and doesn't talk a whole lot, but she never fails to look after the people around her whenever she can. She's mature in every sense of the word. Liv lets out a sigh of relief at what you said.
那么指挥官，现在需要另外规划路线吗？
Let's just run across it. Liv nods. With Liv's approval, you step on the semi-transparent bell of the jellyfish, all the while feeling the slipperiness and bounciness of it. All good. I'll need you to stay low and go at this pace.
指挥官，快退回来！
With it, Liv grabs hold of your hand, except it's too late now. The bell crumbles down before it contracts inwards, then hunches up. Before you know it just happened, you find yourself and Liv coming face to face with the glowing jellyfish in the air. Though you can't really for the life of you tell where its eyes are. Before you... The jellyfish don't have eyes! Before you begin falling through the air, however, the jellyfish whips out one of its belts and wraps around you and Liv. So the combined weight of you and Liv seems too heavy for it, sending the jellyfish down into a straight line like a parachute with a hole. Fortunately, another jellyfish comes to your rescue in time with its belts. Working together, the two jellyfish float back up once again. Same time, the grip of the belt goes tighter, still around you and Liv. You feel something as soft as silk against your back.
指挥官，是我的翅膀压到了。
From behind you, Liv now speaks in a tone so choppy and low you can barely make out the words. Every last one of which seems to be coming out as the last strand of her being. Tied up tightly back to back, however, you can't see Liv's face. Somehow, you seem to be hearing the hisses of steam. I'm sorry.
没关系，不过我想现在这种方式才是正确越过峡谷的办法。
And Liv is right, because you can see that shining jellyfish and its friend are transporting two of you to the other side of the valley. In the corner of your eye, you can see the jellyfish you stepped on at the very beginning is now it's cleaning its bell of the dirt and using the dews coming off a chunk of moss that's holding with its tentacles. When it's done grooming itself, the jellyfish does look slightly shinier than it did just moments ago. Is it trying to polish itself?
它们挤在一起，大概并不是想搭桥，而是靠着休息。
With a closer look, you see that Liv is right. The jellyfish that you initially thought was acting as the bridge's pier doesn't shine as brightly. With its bell going up and down ever so faintly, it appears to be under a light sleep. So the jellyfish did to me just now when I stepped on it. So the jellyfish did to me just now when I stepped on it just now.
应该算是某种起床气吧。
Liv sounds at ease, sensing no harm coming from the jellyfish. But right then, your surroundings start growing dark. Moments later, you feel something hard against the bottom of your feet, and the grip around you lets go. Turning around, you see the jellyfish is still there. It's now trying to flatten Liv's crumpled wings.
谢谢你们的帮助，这点小事就不用在意了。
The jellyfish, however, stays where it is. Its tentacles obviously not the most ideal tools with which to flatten the creases. Let me fix them for you!
指挥官怎么也？
I'm sure they won't let us go if I don't do it. Looking up, you see that the jellyfish is still busy trying to fix Liv's wings. And I'm partially responsible for it anyways.
那就拜托了。
Bit by bit, you flatten the creases in the chiffon like wings and gentle light coming off the jellyfish. Then looking up at the jellyfish and then at Liv's wings, now being slowly flattened back to the previous state. You open your mouth to speak. This is just amazing.
毕竟这里并不是现实，没有那么多束缚。
But even with everything that seems to stand in our way, people have made amazing breakthroughs and made the impossible possible. Gravity tried to hold humans down, but we found a way to reach the sky and even further beyond. Distance between us and technology made it possible to connect with each other whenever we wanted. Lightning was once a power inspiring our awe, but we found a way to make it work for us.
那指挥官觉得，这里的景象也有实现的可能吗？
The jellyfish form a colorful, fantastic view around you beyond description. Yes. It might seem like far-fetched fantasy, but nothing is impossible so long as there are people drawn to it. You flatten the last crease on Liv's wings. Although he's still unable to take Liv through the skies, now bearing the shallow scars, Liv's wings can open up again nonetheless. There's not a wonderful thing that is not worth our time and effort. Is what the forest seems to be mumbling as the breeze gently ruffles the leaves. This is really nice. I like it. Holding onto a dandelion, you and Liv made it across the bubbling swamp. Making it through the grass maze was almost too easy with Liv's scanning radar. Crossing the rushing river was a breeze too, with the river crab carrying you on its back. You and Liv came the entire way without breaking so much as a sweat. These are true eye-openers, Liv. The view around you seems to grow wider still. The further into the forest you and Liv travel.
请不要说了。
Huh? With the views unfurling around both of you, Liv appears more embarrassed than nostalgic. She covers her now blushing face. You're equally ready to give her away. When you and Liv reach an empty ground in the forest, you see a line of sheep laying on their side. So... The screaming outside is getting louder. And I just heard like a massive thud. Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's fine? There might be a bit of an issue. I hope there's not, but like... That was a thud. So afraid the bite takes you up a ball, and the art to your surprise is amazingly agile. Right in the middle of the sheep is a saddle. And when one of the sheep hops over the saddle, then comes the next sheep. Then comes the third one. Eventually, all of that buzz turned into a light rhythmic lullaby. I see you kind of cheap in bed as a kid, huh?
是的。
Liv slowly regains her composure as she looks nostalgically at the sheep.
睡不着时就会一只一只的数羊。
Liv says with a smile as she recalls her childhood.
但有时因为太认真，反而更睡不着了。指挥官小时候也有类似的经历吗？
As a kid, you never had anything to have a good... You never did anything to have a good night's sleep. No. It's the opposite. I never got a good night's sleep and nothing worked. But as an adult, you now spend more time trying not to fall asleep than coming up late to help yourself sleep. That's also true, I guess. Well, if you count Forever 17 as an adult, that's true. As a, as a big girl. Why sheep though? Everyone counts goats, no? Madden, what do you know?
因为绵羊很可爱，我也很喜欢，在小时候还有养过。
Oh. You turn your gaze at the line of sheep, which stretches as far as it possibly can along the horizon, all the way from the west to the east. A real big fan with a burning passion too. You decide to keep these words to yourself so Liv won't overheat from blushing. You try to herd the sheep somewhere else. Yet judging from the fact that none of them even bats an eye, you wouldn't know. You know your efforts are proving futile. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem you can move forward until you figured out a different path. And just look at this. Looking up, you see the clear skies have gone from their previous white and blue to the current tangerine. Telltale sign that nightfall is approaching. Telltale sign that nightfall is fast approaching.
指挥官，要先寻找休息的地方吗？
Well, everything happening so far has taken place in the protection of a mind shard. You feel every bit as worn out as though you've been going through the day in the real world. There isn't that. Another reason to you're making this decision. I can't speak. Making this decision. Well, it's not just because the sun is setting, though. See, I'm sure you heard a lot of spooky stories as a kid, right? It listens, it chases, and it prays. It's the most feared predator in the dark forest, ready to prey on all souls alive. Listen as its drool burns through the ground, having fallen from a mouth so big that it takes up over half the monster's body. Look, it will never let you go once it has its murderous eyes upon you. So run as far as you can, until you reach a place that can shelter you.
不睡觉的孩子都会被我吃掉。
Oh! I thought it'd be something scarier. To your surprise, however, the predator isn't some terrifying monster. Rather, it's just an adorable plushie.
我一点都不可怕，但还是会吃掉不睡觉的孩子。
Oh! Seeing the shark plushie leaving, you and Liv poke your heads out of the bushes. Was that something that scared you when you were a kid?
哎，指挥官也是吗？
I've heard stories like that. Monsters that claim to eat you up if you don't go to sleep on time, huh? Seems like it's an all-time classic. The only difference is that a scary monster is what you usually get in these stories rather than adorable rather than an I can't say it! Rather than an adorable plushie. You approached it because it seemed harmless enough. Except it put on a hostile front the moment it sensed your presence. It wasn't scary at all, though.
指挥官是在说刚才的那只布偶吗？
Nodding your head, you start telling Liv about the tricks and grown-ups used to fool you around from when you were a kid. Muddy monster.
那指挥官会感到害怕吗？
I always felt scared. I was okay when I turned on the light. Yeah. Right then, you hear a voice coming from behind you. A voice that you know.
啊！发现你们了，不睡觉的孩子！
Run! There's no point in turning around because you know exactly where it's from. Its footsteps and shouts.
指挥官，我们还是分开跑吧。
Running away from the shark plushie, Liv once again makes the same suggestion. No. And once again, you turn down a suggestion.
可我现在的状态只会连累到你。
No! Why would you say that, Liv? And you know exactly what Liv is talking about. Her wings with the fluorescence make it almost too easy for the plushie to spot them in the dark. We can't just keep running, though. Right then, something lands on your shoulder with a squeak. The chipmunk from before! About to flick it off, you stop just in time. With the fluorescence coming off Liv's wings, you take a good look at the chipmunk. And that's when you see another chipmunk on Liv's shoulder.
现在很危险，你们快躲起来！你是想让我们去那里？
One of the chipmunks points its claw in a certain direction, nodding at each other. Even Liv, running the direction of the chipmunk, just pointed. I keep thinking of Alvin. You know?
不见了，不见了。
Passing you by, the cry of the shark plushie disappears into the distance. This place seems safe. When you open the door of the shelter, Liv pokes her head out from the other side. You're now hiding with Liv inside two gigantic pea pods.
松花鼠们是怎么转回来的呢？
I think they probably found us with this fluorescence coming off your wings. You point at the chipmunks which are now chasing fireflies. The fluorescence might be what's catching all the monsters' eyes in the dark, but also stands out and inviting Why is English so difficult? It also stands out. It also stands and is No! Try it again. The fluorescence might be what's catching all the monsters' eyes in the dark, but it also stands as an inviting beacon to friends.
但如果那两个孩子没有被吸引过来，指挥官又会怎么办呢？
I want to come up with something before we tired ourselves out. Reading more than 3 hours to really F people up. No, it's not even just reading for 3 hours. It's reading out loud. I just have like a really bad stutter and it plays up quite a bit during streams. Without saying anything, they're changing the subject somewhat awkwardly.
这里看起来很适合休息的样子。
Yep, you should get some rest too, Liv.
我就
Correct me if I'm wrong, but You're supposed to rest on time as part of the rehabilitation process for your mind, right? You cut Liv off before she finishes speaking.
这里是在意识海中，并不能像现实中那样方便的进入休
Plus,
眠
she's like
状
this came to
态
the second phase. Second phase, shark spear, I hate with everything in my body. I hate it so much. The opening of the peapod that Liv is in faces that of yours. Lying down, she meets you in the eye.
但我还是会像指挥官建议的那样，试着睡眠。
The moonlight is cold and anything but bright, but it shows you perfectly in Liv's eyes. No, I'm not looking away. I'm gonna stare at Liv. You don't want to look away because you know the moment you do, you lose this game. Besides, you and Liv are already used to being around each other, having been through all that you've been through for together over the years.
指挥官，睡不着吗？
Never had an easy time falling asleep away from home.
可是，在以前的任务中，指挥官在弹坑都快速入眠了。
Oh, I remember that mission. You actually don't usually get to sleep in your own bed because of all sorts of accidents. Ruins that can only block off the wind, tight craters and abandoned cars. These are the kinds of places you usually find yourself sleeping at. The peapod you're in proves to be a lot more comfortable, except... got nothing to do with this place. And you? Still trying to get used to this place?
虽然还是什么都想不起来，但这里有种熟悉的感觉，并没有哪里不习惯。
That's fine. I'm sure you remember everything. When you find the mind shard.
指挥官的童年是怎么样的呢？
Following the course of the subject, Liv asks you curiously. Let's say everything, sure. You don't remember ever telling anyone about your childhood since you rarely ever even talk about your life before coming to Raven. You decide to take advantage of this chance to have a good chat with Liv. Liv listens quietly for the most part, but she would still raise questions every now and then, which, to your surprise, actually helps you recall a big chunk of your long-forgotten memory. And with it, the conversation went from a monologue to a dialogue, with no end in sight. Your surroundings fell quieter still as time passes. The cries of the insects, loud and clear until just moments ago, have all died down too. The two of you grow sleepy as you carry on chit-chatting in the dark. Time goes by a millisecond as you laugh and chat away. And you know how... you know you're both feeling right now. And you know you both be feeling the right amount of sleepiness to sleep now.
虽然还想再多了解指挥官一点，但是入睡的时候了。
Liv's voice grows distant as you grow drowsy. Tell me about yourself next time, Liv. The words coming out of your mouth are garbled up. Yeah, right now. We
很多事
definitely
已
are.
经记不住了，还记得的可能并不有趣。
With everything we've seen so far in here, you need to know further proof because the place you're about to fall asleep is none other than Liv's childhood itself. You say otherwise. I'll make sure I'll find it for you. Tell me more about yourself when I found it. You don't remember if you actually said these words before falling asleep. What happened during the day seems to be spicing up your dream. Following a group of migrating sheep, you arrive at a spire that for which you set out on journey in the first place. Looking up and seeing the tip of the spire thoroughly drenched in scarlet, you feel drawn to it. You take a step forward over the mud and the grass. Then, with a sharp pain across your forehead, the world as you see it turns blood red. Uh-oh. The wool on the sheep tears away to reveal the corrupted underneath, while the spire collapses into a crimson figure. This is your memory from the last rescue mission. You try to make your way up through the sea of corrupted, but the crimson figure slashed right through you. Before chaos tore you apart, the only thing you saw in the world that blurred away was a little white bird. Reliving the memory, you know something different. You feel like you're missing something. Something that lies just right beyond you where your eyes and the light can reach. When did the blood-soaked longsword leave your body? Where did the crimson figure go? Is there something behind you? Behind the white bird? Turning around, there's nothing but pitch darkness. Liv! All the years of waking up naturally with your biological clock have made an alarm clock an indispensable item to you. As you sit up above your temple, the blanket takes the course of gravity and falls off. Wait, a blanket? When you open up your eyes, it hits you that instead of a peapod, You're now in a cozy room. Liv? The room is minimally decorated, and Liv is nowhere to be seen. Taking not even a single moment to survey the room or think about how you got here in the first place, you open the door and start looking for Liv.
早上好，休息得还好吗？
A woman you've never seen before stands in the hallway with a wooden tray. Initially caught by surprise, she quickly regains her gentle smile. Your hunch is that she doesn't intend to hurt you, and hunches are often the most reliable in the mind. Hi, what's your name?
叫我先帝瑞拉就好。
Ooh! I was with a friend just now. Does she happen to be here too?
是那个小姑娘吧？她就在对面房间。
Cinderella knocks on the door but receives no response. Liv, are you in there? Cinderella knocks on the door harder, but still gets no
她
response.
是那种嗜睡的人吗？
Seeing you shake your head, Cinderella hesitates for a moment before she opens the door. The setup of the room is basically the same as the one you woke up in. Liv lays on the bed with her back facing you, apparently still asleep. You can't see her face, but you can tell from the grunt she's in pain. Oh, I thought she was embarrassed. No, she's actually suffering. Liv! You're no stranger to what's happening. This is a symptom of Liv's migraine. Out of habit, you want to take your connecting cable for deep mind connection. But it hits you that you're already in Liv's mind. Setting your tray on the table, Cinderella dashes up to Liv's bed. She holds Liv's face with her hands as she presses her head against Liv's, all the while mumbling something unintelligible. And with it, a faint fluorescence envelops them. Liv's face softens. A few moments later, Cinderella puts Liv's head back on the pillow ever so gently.
她已经没事了。
Cinderella stands up, looking slightly out of it. Are you okay?
没关系，只是有些走神了。
Cinderella quickly regains her composure. Then you see Liv slowly sit
指
up.
挥官，还有这位是？你可以叫我先帝瑞拉，义父。
Cinderella is now looking at you and Liv with her gentle eyes. Eyes that now seem even more loving than they did before. You quickly fill Liv in on what happened just now.
谢谢你的帮助，先帝瑞拉小姐。不用那么客气，叫我先帝瑞拉就好。好的。
With a gentle, accepting smile, Cinderella turns this way.
危机也暂时解决了，你们应该饿了吧？来喝点豌豆汤如何？
Pointing at the tray sitting on the table, she seems to be waiting for a favorable response. The steaming creamy green soup with diced onions, carrots, and round peas floating on the surface. The fresh veggies and the aroma of butter make for temptation impossible to resist. I don't like soup, so I think I will not have the soup, but Liv can have the soup.
难道说有不方便的地方吗？
It's more I just don't like soup, but
我来喂你们吧。
no thanks, I do not like soup. And with it, she approaches you with a bowl and a spoon. She's still gentle and all, but doesn't seem like she's gonna take no for an answer. Some of what's going on. She just wants you to fed because she thinks you need to be. I think I can do it myself. No, I don't want the soup! I don't want the soup! No soup, please! Each with a wooden spoon. You and Liv scoop up the soup. No, I don't want to eat the soup! Why would you want to eat onions? Ugh. The two are filling the air now. You can smell the diced onions and black pepper in it. Shoving the spoon into your mouth, you're instantly hit with a creamy explosion that takes place across your taste buds. Okay. The fresh of the veggies is supposed to hit, but the rich and fresh taste of butter that helps the onions stand out. Why would you want to eat onions though? Like, ugh. The hot sauce makes its way down your food pipe with the black pepper in it, warming up your body through and through. It's Bianca soup. Oh, well, I'd have Bianca soup, but not this soup. Unless she's surprised, the soup comes with a minty taste too.
味道不错吧？
Mopping her face up by both her hands, Cinderella looks away, awash in happiness. When you finish the soup, it finally hits you that you're starving from consuming nothing for the entire day. From being warmed up, your tummy's now protesting for some more. Oh, protesting for more. I think I can actually use more of onion soup. Well, I don't like I just why onions though? I like soup, But I don't like onions as well. So like, why would you? Like, you're combining two things that I don't like to make something that's I also don't like. The satisfied sigh coming from a side you cuts you short. You look away. It seems as though Liv is the same thought as you. Can you give us each one more serving?
当然可以，你们想喝多少都没问题。
Cinderella fills both your bowls with a bean soup.
你们能这么喜欢，真是太好了。这些蔬菜都是我在清晨采摘回来的。之所以会发现你们，也是因为去采摘豌豆的缘故。哦，对了，汤里还有你们昨天待过的豌豆荚哦。
I was going to say the
有没有
peas.
感觉很亲切？
We're eating the live peas right now. You stomped dead in your tracks. Seeing both you and Liv freeze. Cinderella covers her mouth, trembling from laughter as her laughter comes out through her fingers.
对不起，因为你们实在太可爱了，就忍不住捉弄了一下。放心，你们的临时居所我有好好放在后院的。汤里的豌豆也都是普通的豌豆，你看，它们的大小是正常的吧？
Rubbing the tears away from the corner of her eyes, Cinderella regains composure.
我也是太久没见过其他人了，所以有些失态。欢迎你们来到仙境。
When you finish the fourth bowl, Cinderella, seemingly overly excited, once again stirs the apparently bottomless soup pot with her ladle.
还要再添点吗？
I think I'm fine.
真的不再喝点吗？
Absolutely positive. Feeling fuller than ever, you say to her in your most appreciative tone.
赖利夫，你要？
不，谢谢你的款待，但我也不用了。
Having gone through just as many bowls as you, Liv waves her hand as a panic, and she expresses her appreciation apologetically. Nodding with a somewhat disappointed face, she hits the pot with her ladle, and with it, the soup inside goes poof.
我去收拾一下，就先失陪了。
Please let us. This makes her content to speak privately with Liv.
可是如果让客人帮忙的话，
But Liv's already put the tableware away, picking the tray up.
请让我们做点力所能及的事作为感谢。
Relenting with a smile on her face, Cinderella says adoringly.
那么我就去准备茶点吧。惊喜的话。
Everything broke for a second when that happens. Also, side note, my headphones are broken right now. I noticed a few days ago that like one of my ears is just like one of my headphones or earbuds is like is really quiet. I need to get some new ones. Ugh. Was anyone actually? So it always happens with Apple earbuds. Does anyone have the same problem with like Apple earbuds where like one ear always goes really quiet and stuff? Because like that happens all the time for me. And it's happening again now, and it's really annoying. And if so, does anyone know how to fix it?
要小心一点哦。
As you watch carefully, your own steps to avoid another nasty fall. So what do you think, Liv?
我和指挥官的看法一样，仙蒂瑞拉小姐虽然很特殊，但应该并不是我们寻找的意识碎片。
But she seems to know a lot of things.
仙蒂瑞拉小姐很热情，或许可以帮助我们了解这里的情况。
Let's talk to her in a bit.
对了，指挥官，你是在这边吗？
Wait, I thought you were here.
看来只能等泡泡自己散去了。
I know, and I've lost track of how many times we missed each other. Looking at the colorful bubbles, you feel completely lost in the kaleidoscopic views around you. Out in the back, you see a shallow stream that seems knee-high at best. The stream seems harmless enough, but you're never going to compare what happened when you put your tableware into it. Boy, it was the right sight. To the splashes of water, there were bits of bubbles, and a mountain that shrouds you completely. You can't see anything, and feeling the ground slippery, you try taking a step forward. Oh crap. You fall into the water with a thud, sending bubbles flying up each and every way. Liv wastes no time jumping in and starts looking for you. Many of you can tell where the other person is with all the bubbles around. There are several times when you sense Liv around you. Well, you realize it's just wishful thinking when you reach your hand out.
指挥官，你还在吗？
Yes, let's just say we are for now. You say as you look at all the bubbles that are now slowly disappearing. Then you hear a sigh.
我们还是保持交流吧，不然稍微会有些不安呢。
Sure, what do you want to talk about?
比如说，指挥官当时为什么会选择去法奥斯学校进修呢？虽然听说空中花园的大部分都会选择这条路，但其实也不是没有别的选择。
I didn't give it too much thought.
是这样吗？
Liv sounds surprised. But I'm never gonna give up. Because I have a dream. I'm gonna make it come true.
一直坚持到现在的梦想。
Yep, although my instructor would always tell me to stop daydreaming. Embarrassed, you scratch your head.
就算如此，也能坚持到现在吗？
It's only because I haven't made it come true, though.
指挥官，到底？
Oh? A few moments of silence later, Liv's voice grows hurried, and right then, a gust of wind disperses all the bubbles.
抱歉，我忘了提醒你们，要小心的是这些泡泡了。 我是不是来的不是时候啊？
Cinderella asks as she looks at Liv and you.
要不我再把泡泡吹回来？
I think we're fine. We just happen to have some questions for you, actually.
先用茶吧。是遇到了什么难题吗？
With your clothes dry, you're back in the room from earlier. Right. Whatever the cost, you need to make it through all that stands in your way now. We want to go to this fire in the middle of the forest.
森林中央的尖塔。
Cinderella sounds shocked. Looking back and forth between you and Liv, Cinderella finally returns her gaze to you with wide eyes and an open mouth.
是有什么问题吗？
不，只是我刚才可能误会了一些事情。我原以为那里是你们的出发点。
Oh.
现在看来，该是目的地才对。你们来自森林外，对吗？
What makes you think so?
因为对森林里的生物来说，那座尖塔是一处禁地。偶尔也会有误入尖塔的生物，但他们后来就再也没有出来过。所以不要靠近尖塔，可以说是森林中的共识了。
I see.
是的，如你所说，我们来自森林外。
能告诉我森林外是怎么样的吗？
Cinderella's dripping with curiosity.
这个，
We should probably lie and be like, it's great. Liv seems to be measuring her words. There really is no easy way to tell Cinderella that they come from a real world and that she herself is but a projection inside Liv's mind. And there's no telling what's gonna happen if Liv tells her all that.
看你们的表情，难道是有什么不能说的理由吗？
Yeah.
不必道歉。在你们的考量中，知道这个消息，
Oh.
不用那么惊讶。如果不是这样的话，你们就不会露出那么为难的表情了。
Yeah, maybe she should know it's all, you know, just not real.
只是有些遗憾。
Stroking her teacup, Cinderella quickly regains her smile.
好了，说回那座塔吧。你们昨晚在森林中露营，也是因为在白天在森林中赶路的缘故吧？
是的，中途遇到了一些阻碍。
Stammering, Liv is reminded of the line of street that ran the length of the horizon.
现在的话，我们也不知道自己所在的位置了。请问您知道前往那座塔的路线吗？
路线吗？很遗憾，我也不如说，根本就不存在去那里的路线。
哎，是因为路上有无法跨越的地形吗？
是别的原因。比起说明，还是亲眼见证会。
Cinderella stands up and proceeds to open the window.
你们只要看看就明白了。
Beyond the window, you see crowns of the trees in the forest. Cinderella seems to be living up on a hill. The spy, however, is nowhere to be seen.
马上就要开始了。
Pulling Cinderella's finger. You and Liv look outside the window at where she's pointing.
他们是在移动吗？
Slowly but surely, the forest is moving in a random passion, and so too is the ground in which they're rooted.
我都没有察觉到。
对于森林里的人来说，变化的并非脚下的路面，而是所处的位置。
Oh.
就算是我们现在的位置，也正在变。
Sitting back down, Cinderella says slowly.
所以，你们想要走到那座塔前，几乎是不可能的事。但是你们仍然不会放弃，不是吗？
我们有不能放弃的理由。
看来依然是不能告诉我的内容。不要露出那么内疚的表情。我想无序的森林之所以会把你们送到我身边，一定是有什么理由的。既然你们的目标是那座塔，和它以前的样子吧。
Unable to find her way back, she's lost in the sea of trees. Or deep down inside, maybe she wasn't. Maybe she doesn't want to go back.
这里是哪里？
Lost her looking around, she can see a tower with a pointed tip standing in the distance. On this land she's never set foot on. Upon reaching the tower, she gives the wooden door a gentle knock.
不认识的孩子，你是要找谁？
The door creaks open, but the voice that's speaking to her comes from behind her.
我迷路了，你是谁？
我是这座尖塔的主人，能实现一切梦想的仙女。
梦想，
那是最美妙的东西，世人为它穷尽一切赞誉。不说这个了，由我来送你回家吧。
等等，
看来你还有另外的念想。
The fairy turns around and with a gentle look waits patiently for the girl to say her next word.
我想要很多很多的朋友。
Oh.
哥哥姐姐都不愿意陪我玩，这个梦想可以实现吗？
Like a deflating balloon, the little girl quickly loses the confidence she's just worked up.
这对我来说轻而易举，不过，你愿意支付代价吗？
代价是什么代价？
He sounds a little scared.
代价就是。
Oh. When the fairy reaches her hand this way, the girl shuts her eyes nervously. The fairy puts her hand on the girl's head. Then with a few strokes, the fairy straightens the girl's hair, which is a complete mess from her traveling across the forest.
这就是代价了。
Oh! The fairy sounds pleased.
这样就可以了吗？
Without answering the little girl's question, the fairy produces a colorful scepter. She gives it a tap in the air with a mumble.
比不迪巴不迪布。
Oh! Swoosh! A flash of light swishes past, but you can't tell if anything actually happened.
拍3下手试试。
1、2、3，没有发生什么呀。
Surrounded by a bunch of chipmunks, the girl shrieks in surprise.
喜欢这些可爱的朋友吗？哦，对了，还有样东西我要送给你。
Within a tap of the fairy scepter on the ground, a pumpkin carriage grows out of the soil.
坐上这个回家吧，这样就不用怕迷路了。后
Aww.
来，女孩和尖塔的主人也成为了好朋友。他们一个提出愿望，一个实现愿望，将整个森林装扮起来，驱走黑暗的浮空水母。就算失眠也不会数完的绵羊，亦或者是
I see now.
一颗就能让人吃饱的巨大豌豆。就这样，时间一天天过去。后来因为一些变故，他不得不离开了家庭。好久不见了。这次有什么要和我聊的吗？
因为一些事情，我要离开这里了。
The fairy slowly opens her mouth to speak.
森林以外， 对我来说是无法触及的事情。森林中的一切，你也无法带出。你真的确定吗？
是的，我确定。
Looking into the girl's eyes and sensing her determination, the fairy sees that there's no point trying to make the girl stay.
记得经常回来看看。
Oh. With the heavy locks lifted, the door of the shelter opens up, allowing the girl to excel on her own.
在现实面前，她不断否定、舍弃着过往的梦想。
Oh.
因为他们幼稚且不合时宜，唯一能做的，只是偶尔偷偷看一眼。
Oh.
但他不知道的是，这些梦想都被对方小心地收藏了起来，直到有一天，猩红的火焰从地面升起，将整个世界割裂
That's less
开
good.
来。你都长这么大了。
She says nostalgically.
对不起。
不用道歉，我很高兴能再次见到你。那么这次你想要的是？
我想。
This is okay. It's the song from Liv's chapter. I recognize it instantly. I was like, wait, this is it? Yeah, it is. The girl says her wish, to which the fairy falls into what seems like an eternity of silence.
难道不行吗？
这对我来说有些难度。不过，你愿意支付代价吗？
是什么代价？
With your freedom, you'll be trapped in a cage where you can't see the light of day. The girl nods. You'll have absolutely nothing by your side save for pain. The girl nods. And you'll be eaten away till you're polluted all over and burned to ashes with the forest. A few moments of silence later, the girl nods as she looks at the fairy's apologetic eyes.
请告诉我怎么做。
The girl doesn't change her mind. Her last dream, a pair of wings that can take her through the skies. Wings that are meant to eventually crash and burn. Giving in to the girl's request, Cinderella casts on her an old but still familiar spell. With a shower of green light, the girl transforms into a butterfly with vibrant colors. Her wings are thin and appear almost feeble, but against the evil crimson, they stand strong. I knew this was coming. Against the corrupted, the white bird flies alongside humanity as it guides them forward. And the black butterfly keeps the evil behind the humans where they can't see it. None of the miracles is a coincidence. She put her bargaining chips on the table even before it all began. At last she vaults through the sky along with the red figures and crashes into the spire, which has now become a cage from which they can't escape. Before the door to the spire closes, the fairy asks,
你还有其他愿望吗？衣服。
没有了，谢谢你一直以来的照顾。
Oh, I mean skip that. It's only with the inevitable goodbye, so imminent now that Cinderella now has what it takes to bid a farewell.
那么，再见。 之后，我将收藏的梦想释放了出来，形成了这片森林。
Cinderella holds up a teacup and patiently waits for you to lift to digest everything you just heard. With everything Cinderella just said, you finally figured out how this mind shard came into being. It's not a piece of item that carries Liv's imagination, nor is it something that holds a memory. Everything you've seen along the way, it's another realm of reality, all came with a tinge of the real world.
原来，这些是我曾经的梦想。
没错，这里的一切都源自于你。
哦，
有的是你一边看着童话故事一边许下的，有的是你在夜深人静时仍牵挂着花园里的绵羊许下的，还有的。
Apparently, you're bringing something funny. So no puts on a gentle laugh.
是你一个人躲在被窝里，虽然害怕到发抖，但又怀着期待许下的。你希望别人口中那只会抓走坏孩子的怪物能可爱点。但就算这样，你以前也经常躲着它，这可伤心了。
Cinderella returns her gentle gaze to Liv.
这些都是被你遗忘的梦想。在接触到你的那一刻，我就回想起了这一切。我原本以为是蝴蝶挣脱了牢笼，从尖塔中逃了出来，准备寻找离开森林的道路。现在看来，那应该是你们此行的目的。你并不是被囚禁的蝴蝶，而是那只展翅的白鸟。
哦，
虽然我仍然愿意像以前那样全力协助你，但是为实现你的梦想而存在于这片仙境的我，也是你梦想的一部分。现在，我想要听听你的心声。
我
已经以另一种形式实现了自己的梦想。
Apparently, seeing right through Liv, Cinderella cuts her off, shaking her head and shaking her head she carries on.
但你原本的梦想呢？如果已经找到了替代品，又何须拥抱这些旧梦？你是否还觉得这些梦想是幼稚的，是不合时宜的？是否还想像以前那样，选择放弃他们，遗忘他们，用这种方式来走向成长？就像你之前做的那样。
Said in a calm yet firm tone, Cinderella's questions don't sound intimidating in the slightest. They're, if anything, reassuring.
这些梦想很幼稚，甚至可以说是希望渺茫，遥不可及。
Apparently unaware of what she's doing, who touches her wings with a faint scars. The very wings that, once able to take her through the skies, shine through all the same in the dark.
但只要我们还在憧憬这样的美好，那他们就仍然值得追求。
那么，你是打算实现他们吗？在现在这种情况下，
我会为之努力。对于梦想来说，实现的时间并不重要，重要的是达成了那个结果。所以，它虽然幼稚，虽然可能只是儿时的一时兴起，但却不必拘泥于现在，就算在未来也是可以去实现，因为那始终是自己的一部分。
延期实现，听起来像是一种逃避的借口。
Says Cinderella with a smile that's ever so gentle on her face. Liv shakes her head.
正因为还未实现，我们才会一直追求。正因为不再逃避，不再把它视作奢侈，我们才把它留在未来。看似遥不可及的目标，不会让人迷失。就像海岸上的灯塔，或者天空中的北斗星，一直指引着方向。
Oh. Liv looks at you before she looks firmly into Cinderella's blue eyes.
成长不是依靠抛弃和遗忘达成的，铭记与坚守，才能通向希望的未来。
看来我没有什么好担心的了。
Looking away from Liv, Cinderella turns to look at you with a gentle yet shrewd blue eyes.
那么，你愿意去救出他吗？
So I came here in the first place.
哪怕要身负险境，
Of course.
哪怕你遭遇危险， 是丽芙最不愿意看到的景象。
You exchange a look with Liv. There always some fear in her eyes, but you see no objection whatsoever. We never want to see each other put in harm's way. Taking the risk ourselves is probably the only choice that will ever make us feel okay. But it's never my job to protect you or the other way around. We have each other's back, and it's only when we have each other's back that we're able to travel that far down the path together. Alone we might struggle, but together we are strong. Which is why if one of us ever falls, we should respect their choice all the same and soldier on with their torch in hand.
那么，我可以把它放心交给你了。
Cinderella stands up and proceeds to open the door.
随我来，我会教给你们前往尖塔的方法。
Parked around the edge of the forest is an enormous pumpkin carriage, with its decorations discolored, cobwebs dangling off its rusty wheels, bearings broken, and horses gone. Doesn't seem like it still works though.
它就是你们前往尖塔的方法。就算没有路线，南瓜车也能带你们前往想要去的地方。
可是它看上去已经不能用了。
这时候，你们需要的是一点小小的魔法。
With a wink, Cinderella looks and fish for the first time. She picks up her now dusty scepter from beside the wheel. Oh. With her spell, a rainbow shrouds the carriage. Crystals and glasses are glistening again. When the rust is removed, the cracks are patched, and the silver paintwork is gleaming in the sun. Then you hear a gallop coming from the woods. She forgot to pull it! Oh! But it isn't white horses to show up, but a bunch of equally white but fluffy sheep.
我可从来没有说过这是南瓜马车吧？
Oh. With the sheep saddled, the carriage door opens to reveal its magnificent interior. Cinderella passes her scepter to Liv.
它的位置在塔底，这是你的同行者需要去的地方。而利弗你需要前往塔底，那里关押着被囚禁的怪物。对于曾一度从手上逃脱的猎物。
Cinderella turns around to look at you as she speaks in a serious tone.
想必他会不顾一切的再次展开追捕吧。为了不让他摧毁整座塔，必须。所以，利弗，你比我更需要这根权杖。而且，我以后也用不上它。
Cinderella puts on a sad smile.
谢谢。
Cinderella carries on speaking as she helps Liv get inside the carriage.
虽然这里只是由梦想构成的仙境，我能为你实现的也只是森林中的梦想。
Holding out her hand, Cinderella helps you get inside the carriage too.
不过现在的你，不仅有了背负梦想、走出这片庇护所的力量与勇气，也有了愿意一同分担的伙伴。
Closing the door, Cinderella takes a step back. Oh! Bit by bit, Cinderella grows distant as the carriage pulls away. She knows this is her last farewell as the carriage makes its way onto the distance. She thought she was ready for this day when she first saw Liv at the spire. She thought she'd be able to play it cool when the day finally came. Oh no! She thought she was happy with Liv not having to count on her anymore. And she thought Liv would be able to stay around for just a little longer.
利弗。
Through the window, you can see Cinderella waving at you and Liv with a pained look on her face.
不要因为严酷，失去对梦想的渴望。
No!
也不要因此而畏惧美好。
With the sunlight shining through the haze, she bids the fearless fledgling bird with her last word of advice.
只要记忆中的痕迹不曾消散，实现梦想的魔法就永远存在。
Oh. It's really wholesome. I like that. Oh, I might have to end it here, unfortunately. Oh no. My throat is killing me today. I want to do the last one, but these have been really long so far, and I think my throat is gonna die on me if I keep reading. Even though I'm not reading. It's the last one. I know it's the last one. I don't know how long it is though. How long is 03? Because these have all been like quite a while each. Like almost like about, I want to say 50 minutes each. I think. Ish. But I probably shouldn't push myself. Just take me a while. Yeah, in that case, if you wanna see this, you should maybe download the game for yourself and play it, huh? Huh? It's worth it. Anyway, I'm gonna go and lay down, rest my throat.
Hola, amigo.
It's weird hearing Roland like not in English now. I'm used to English Roland. But I'm gonna call it a day here. So thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. Please be ready. My poor little well, something that should make stutter as well as annoying me as well. So. Oh, there'll be no stream tomorrow. There'll be no stream tomorrow. I am doing something really important. I can't stream. I'm so sorry. Stream will be on Tuesday. It'll be a slightly longer one to compensate. So I'll see you guys on then. Just saying because I don't really do stream on Monday. Like my YouTube goes Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and I have not streamed either Monday these past 2 weeks. But no, this Monday will not be a stream. Tomorrow will not be a stream. I'm doing something really important. I can't stream unfortunately, but after the end of that, I'll be back on Tuesday. So I can't even take a break. It's just important work. Yes, that's all I need to say. Oh, if you want to download PGR, the link is pinned. It's also in the description. I really recommend it if you haven't already. I mean, I'm like biased as hell because this game's incredible, but like I really mean it. This game is like amazing. I've been playing it for it's been over a year. I can't remember. I think it's like it must have been like August of 2022. I think was when I started playing. Either way, incredible game. Go play it. Go get Bianca. She's really cool. So it's also a PC client, which I'm using right now, so you can use that if you want. Thank you so much for sponsoring the stream. Yes, go download PGR, or I'll be sad. And I think that's all I need to say. Other than that, I'm gonna go and lie down because oh my god, my poor throat is hurting. Good night, everyone. Good night.